Wake up, gamers, because you're listening to the Big Think Dimension with Noel Slamrocket and Bob Video Games.
Oh, I was gonna let you go first this week. Was that not clear?
What? No, what?
No,
what were you doing?
I was letting you go first.
Oh, I go first.
Yeah, you were. Yeah.
Okay. Funny thing.
Yelling.
Dr. Agro.
It now has never been that thing.
And Chris Wolfhard.
Yeah, no.
Here on GigaBoots.
This is crazy. This Square announced that live service Kingdom Hearts game, Kingdom Hearts Forever.
Can you imagine? Like a scene out of Metalocalypse. Society fucking collapsing.
Is that good? Is that
I
good?
mean, it's a complicated topic.
Oh man. Hey Agro, I see Pushin's hanging out with you this week.
That seems to be the case.
That's cool. Hey
That's
Bob.
what happens when you wash your hair with bacon grease.
Oh, okay. I thought Bob did something to upset Pushin. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Agro, I'm not sure you should do that. Is it okay for me to say that?
Do you see this cool ass cat on my head?
Yeah.
QED.
Damn. Oh. All right. Chris,
Yeah.
I took creatine,
Okay.
and then it spoke to me like the Green Goblin. It's like, you're stronger now because you have me in your body. Raise all your personal best by a substantial amount.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. I mean, it's good right now because I'm experiencing what is undoubtedly DOMS. It will be bad tomorrow.
Creatine is the prophecy. You
Yes.
must now fulfill it.
Yes, I must fulfill the prophecy.
It's funny because creatine just gives you more energy. It's the pre-workout shit that you have to be careful of.
Pre-workout shit such as?
Well, it's a series of products called pre-workout.
Oh,
I can't
know
think
a
of
lot
any of the brands off the top of my head.
Oh yeah, no, that's a whole industry where it's just like you want to
Like
get real fucked up for your workout.
Bucked up.
Bucked up.
Ghost makes one.
So does C4. Yep, both of those are workout oriented things.
People I know who take those are like, yeah, it's like crack.
Yeah.
Like you get all twitchy, and if you take too much, it can actually fuck up your workout because it makes it impossible for you to keep form.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'm at the point where I'm drinking the creatine powder, or as Bob's as Bob's package of creatine says, I stick it in my favorite liquid. Which is a fucking weird way.
Yeah, that's how I take it. I have like the flavorless version, and I just take a couple scoops.
What do you put it in? What's your favorite liquids?
Yeah, what's your favorite liquid?
Remember, it's my health drink that is the Crystal Light lemonade and the psyllium husk powder and the creatine and the super greens powder and the collagen.
Jesus Christ. You better look like Captain fucking America over there. Jesus. That's so powerful.
I think you might have snackified drinks there.
You probably snackified it just a bit.
Psyllium husk does that because if you don't slam it within like 30 seconds of shaking it up, it's good. It starts to become a gel.
Oh.
Yeah, that stuff is real gross.
Keeps you real full though.
That's good. So there's your skinny bitch tip of the week. Stick around to the end of the podcast to get your fat bitch tip of the week.
It also helps your cholesterol a lot, which is important if you're in your 30s.
Past that though, if you're in your 40s, you're clear. You don't need to worry about
it's
it.
true. It's true. It's either it's too late. You're either fine or it's too late.
It's too late. It's gone. It's gone. It's over. Just start chugging bacon grease. Don't even put it in your hair. You can't waste it on your scalp. Come on now.
Man, when do we start that 7-year podcast?
What? Chugging
bacon grease.
Aggro. I don't feel so good. Aggro's just dead.
The only podcast where the pounds count.
I can't go for any
up.
Yes, for any project that reminds me of that bumper sticker I saw the lady have, which was
I'm trying to remember.
I'm fat because your dad pours bacon grease down my throat while I'm fucking him.
Yep. Yep, that's a bumper sticker. Bacon grease makes a lot of things that already require oil for cooking taste better. I mean, that is true. That is just... I love the chat just being like, that is a horrible sticker. What the fuck? They really will just sell anything. They really will.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe your dad made that woman fat in her car. How dare he? What the fuck's wrong with your dad, chat? Anyway, what the fuck were we talking about? Oh yeah, we were talking about Kingdom Hearts Forever, a game that's completely real. Definitely real.
Absolutely.
They announced so much.
It's gonna be support for 8 months.
Yeah. Wow.
And then taken offline forever.
Is that a high score for like length of support? We're at Square in the last couple of years, I feel like.
Maybe.
No, they tend to keep their shit open at least a year, even if it's the worst dog shit in the world that makes no money.
Did that Kingdom Hearts one last year? How long did the most recent Kingdom Hearts mobile
released
thing?
it?
Well, yeah, but the one that did release,
Dark Road, 4 years.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just thinking about how they canceled fucking Missing Links. Damn, that's rough. So, is everyone in agreement that probably a lot of the shit, like I haven't seen, chat, I have been so fucking buried this week. It fucking sucks. Anyways, I figure a lot of the cut content that was supposed to end up in other places might get snuck in to that fucking animated series to dog pill viewers. Like, here, this was going to be in the mobile game. We now cut away to, we now do a cold open episode on that sort of thing.
Maybe.
That's when you get people.
It sounds
hype.
like it might be just, in the regular anime production cycle, and there might not be room for that in that sort of production cycle. I don't know.
We don't even know if it's an anime for sure.
Yeah, that is weird.
Like they said some kind of thing. Here's the thing. It's probably going to be more approachable than just having the missing link in it because they're airing this shit on Disney Channel. Like they're plopping their dick on the table for this one.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a Disney thing. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I bet they would still just shove in like cold opens on important things and lore stuff that maybe was supposed to be in that and now isn't happening.
Yeah, it doesn't appear to be like just an adaptation. So yeah, I really have no idea. We'll just have to see.
Disney Plus.
I just keep thinking of it in the style of modern American hideous comedy animated series.
Oh.
And so when you say like, yeah, we'll do the lore stuff with cold opens and cutaways, like then we cut back and hideous Donald Duck is like, oh well, that happened.
Here's a useful image to just.
Yeah.
Or you're talking very Family Guy coded, so this isn't even.
Yeah, no, that's way better than the standard has been.
It sure is. Oh well, I want them to hang out. They've got good faces.
The dwarf is kind of like he's a little bit Bluth.
Yeah, you noticed too.
A teensy bit, yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty Bluth with the eyebrows and eyes specifically. Like he really does.
Like the
give
nose
those
being a
vibes.
slightly different shade is very Bluth.
Everyone
Which
else kind of hard to
took
place.
way too fucking far, and everybody who did it after.
You show me all these other characters, and I go, you let Penny Arcade do character design?
I can see what you're talking about. Yeah.
There's just a little bit of that Kim Possible, but not actually energy to it. That, Mike likes to bring to things.
I don't know. It just I don't know. I honestly don't feel strongly enough about them to even assign them a style. It's like, yeah, you're kind of like Rick and Morty.
They're not like Rick and Morty. Oh God, Jesus. That's a speed run. It took us 10 minutes to bring up Rick and Morty. Jesus.
God, it's so hard for me not to really unfavorably look at this and compare it to Korgoth of Barbaria.
Yeah, there are people in chat bringing up Dave the Barbarian. Don Bluth Venture Bros and Kim Possible walk into a bar.
Jesus.
I don't know what this says about me, but I'm going to watch this series.
Yeah. Okay. So I think I'm going to have the most favorable take of that trailer. In addition to not being as bad as it could have been, I thought back to how like the first episode of Lower Decks was a lot worse than the rest of that show. So I'm like, oh, this isn't like dog shit. Maybe this will get better.
Yeah, I'm more baffled than anything else because I would never expect it to be a comedy series, and all the jokes are about RPGs and not what that game even is. It's just weird.
Yeah, that's kind of also how I feel. Like again, bringing up Korgoth of Barbaria, that is what a Golden Axe anime show should ideally be like.
Right, yeah.
And this just feels like that Matt Groening fantasy show he did for streaming.
Disenchanted?
Yeah, Disenchanted. It makes me think of that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
like we got a bunch of writers that do random fantasy stuff, and it's like, that's not Golden Axe though. What is this?
Even like
Right,
I don't
that
have
is
any
the
attachment to Golden Axe. I just hate shit like there's already like 3 anti-climax jokes in that trailer.
Yeah.
And that is the laziest, hackiest thing you can do to me. Like an anti-climax has become the lowest form of joke.
Yeah. Where it's just like it's a Golden Axe veneer over the same shitty frat boy era. Like, oh, isn't this entire genre stupid and we're so smart for pointing it out?
Except it's like that fused with like Critical Role. Like we took a planer to some of the douchier elements and replaced it with twee.
I guess we should, because there's a chance they announced a Golden Axe animated series for Paramount Plus.
Yeah, it's out like what next month or something. It's really soon.
Yippee!
It's way sooner than you expect.
Right on top of all those video games.
Yeah, September 16th.
That might be the day.
Thank God.
That's pretty
Thank
close.
God we have stuff lined up for the next 3 months.
But
I
what
wonder
if
it'll be released week to week or just a big chunk? I feel like Paramount usually does week to week.
Yeah, I think they do. Yeah, we're quickly approaching the September day where everything releases.
Most
There's
of
so
them
much September.
like split it out a little bit, so now it's like all of September is just filled instead of all being on one day.
What comes out on the same day as Duskbloods, chat? Because Duskbloods and a different game are coming out on the same day, and I
forgot that Duskbloods was that close.
Oh, okay. Apparently Nintendo denied that release date is real.
Okay.
Okay, they denied that release date's real. Okay.
Yeah.
But Control Resonance was the game that was scheduled for the day that it was supposed to be from this thing.
They delayed the physical of that, so.
Oof.
Yeah. So now that day is no longer as busy. Now I'm like, what is even coming out that day? Because if we want to get physical for that, of course, it'd be later. And then Onimusha's earlier now.
Silent Hill. Townfall.
Man, another one I did not think was that close. I thought that was next year or
Oh
something.
no, earlier this year, I think it was when they showed it in June, they had the date and I was like, "Oh, that's this year. Oh, I'm used to spending longer waiting for these Silent Hill things." But no, we're moving now. We're moving and schmoving. Very excited for them to remake 4 with the Delta engine after releasing the emulation of 4. What a smart move that would be for Metal Gear Solid. That
Sin
would be so
Reloaded
sweet.
I was
comes
like,
out that day.
What comes out what day?
Sin Reloaded.
Oh my god.
It's time for you to get in, Bob. Just like
I
that.
played the demo. I don't need to.
No, just like with Terranigma, the time to get in is the remake.
So, well, you see, Bob's picky about these old shooters, which is why Bob should buy Brutal John 2.
What?
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 Oh, it's a game that I picked up in the last week. That features a man that looks like Duke Nukem and his dog that also looks like Duke Nukem.
Fabulous.
It's not actually a sequel to anything. It was in early access, and then they announced it would be changing titles from Brutal John to Brutal John 2.
That's pretty good.
I'm trying to find official images of Brutal John 2 that encapsulate how cool this shit is. Okay, here we go. Here we go. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Look at how cool this dog is. It's a cool ass dog.
What?
Yeah, you can see what I mean by him being Duke Nukem.
Mm-hmm.
It's really funny. I really like the art that also has the main character in it because they just look identical. His dog just looks like him.
It's true. They are clearly identical. 1 second. This is a way better image. This is fucking dog. This is it.
Oh, the dog sits on 2. What?
This is the peak.
That's a lot.
I went out to lunch with my dog to eat burgers in a restaurant that had a wanted picture for me.
Like this is it. This is the goal. This is guys only want one thing, and it's fucking disgusting.
It's true.
I wonder why my Steam calendar didn't tell me about this. It seems great.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably because it's still technically in early access and not coming out until later this year for real.
I see.
Okay.
I'm sure it will once it's closer.
I don't know, Bob. If you played more games on Steam that had the same energy as your cool rap, maybe it would have showed you.
Yeah, maybe. I don't typically play that many shooters, so it probably is not, showing them at me.
And I've never bought a porn game, but the calendar keeps showing me them.
It's okay. You connected your other accounts to Steam and they figured it out.
God, this image is infecting my brain.
Yeah, no, it's really good.
The masculine urge to predator handshake your dog.
Over burgers.
Look, don't worry. It's only $13.
Fuck yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Isn't it? Like, I feel like there's a lot. I feel like we talked about this a little bit before the podcast, but it feels like a lot of indies are realizing, oh, we can charge less than $20.
Yeah, and it sounds like more and more it's working out for them. Because there's a lot of judgment and apprehension that comes into, should I get this game? It's $20. We're not anywhere near the first people to talk about this. There was the pricing meme. $8 is $5.
Yeah, no, I there's a reason I've almost bought Wild Blue Skies a few times, even though I played a demo, didn't like it at all.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, if your game's under $10, I think it seems interesting. It's very hard to get me to not push the button without thinking.
Yeah, like $20 is right about where I start going, okay, this game has to actually it has something to prove to me after I pay that much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
anything under that, this was a shit post. Okay. Well played.
At the same time, even $1 over 15, it's immediately feels like 20.
Yeah. I kind of agree. But yeah, when you can get Fields of Mystria for $14, a game that I have, let's see, let me check more, that I have played for 57 hours.
Oh, we have a theory in chat while you got porn game suggestions. You ready?
Sure.
Beyond Citadel might have been partially responsible.
Yeah, I guess it technically could be.
Do you have Axon?
No.
Okay. But yeah, Beyond Citadel, you know, that definitely could have inserted a tag.
I mean, I did buy Beyond Citadel. Never mind. Like, I'm pretty sure it wasn't Beyond Citadel that did it to my Steam recommended, but.
But you also have porn?
Yep.
Have you tried not being a giant pervert?
I mean, once in middle school, but that was a really rough couple of weeks.
Yeah, I bet.
I watch
terrible.
anime. There's not any other way to be.
It's just suddenly I don't want to watch Ekin. I just can't watch this one.
Did you see someone made an N64 quality model for the Aiken character? I lost it.
Yes, I did. That was very, very funny.
I was like, what? People remember
you can load it on an N64.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Oh, wow.
That's
I didn't
funny.
realize they put that much into it.
Yeah, you need an actual console or a highly accurate N64 emulator. You can rotate with D-pad and activate something if you have an expansion pack.
Oh, and
I wonder what you could activate with the expansion pack.
One moment, I might need to go do some research for the next episode of Big Think Dimension. That's, you know, now the whole thing makes sense. Now that I know about this expansion functionality, now it makes sense why they did this in modern year.
I'm sure it's great. I'm an expert on expansion.
You know, 20 years ago or whatever, I would never, watching that for the first time, would never expected it to have been the most
life-changing
anime there is.
Yeah,
forever,
yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of borderline smut OVAs from like the early aughts that you can see still have possessed people's minds.
Yeah,
and some series that are not porn OVAs like Dragonaut.
Yeah. It feels like we transitioned away from that a bit to maybe like showcase and be like, this character's got a big ass, and then they show her and I go, are you a Genshin player? Like, what the fuck do you mean?
Look, we're bringing it back. I think something like 95% of the responses Koei Tecmo got to that survey on
this was gonna be
should Atelier Karia have a weight gain mechanic is like yes.
Yeah, no, it's true. They what was it that they said about the last design where they're like, well, we tend to find that in recessions, more, what was the word they used? Generous designs do well for female characters. And I'm like, excuse me?
Well, considering what's going to be happening to the global economy over the next couple of years, I think things are going to be getting real generous.
Yeah, I was workshopping a fucking joke in my head yesterday where I was just like, how do I boil down into a tweet the joke of, if this is what's necessary to get characters like this in video games, then the world should burn.
One line must go down so the other line can go up.
Oh, what a shame. I didn't make the proposition I've been handed. I'm not in control. Apparently the Joker is, and I've been handed these 2 detonators for these 2 boats. I've been playing Agent 64. Has anyone else?
No.
Okay.
I have not.
Here's the thing about that. This is going to blow your minds. I'm going to ask everyone to brace themselves because I know this is so unlike us.
Game code provided by
the publisher. We got a code for Agent 64 from the publisher of the game. For people who don't remember, this is the GoldenEye 007 parody game, where it's clearly inspired by that. It's clearly trying to be exactly that game. And let me tell you, Yeah, they made a game with really low geometry in office buildings and very expensive looking places, castles some of the time, where you walk around in first person and have a generous auto aim and you shoot people and you're an agent. I think this game is fun. I think I nearly had a stroke when the third level's theme song, like the music that played in the third level, and I'm not exaggerating. If you think this is another Noel's being a hyperbolistic moment, you fucking go look it up. This is real. This is realer than possibly every other thing I've ever said about song is other song. The third level plays. You're in a castle. One of the rooms is literally that stairwell fight from the Merovingians' estate from fucking the second Matrix film. And the song that had been playing the whole level was the training music from the first Matrix mixed with the Merovingian fight music from the second Matrix.
Hell yeah.
So when I go past one or two siphon filter rooms, which are literally from the last level of the original siphon filter, and end up at the Merovingian stairwell, I'm like, what the fuck? These are different eras. These are different eras. Why are these crashing together?
That makes sense. How many N64 shooters, NPS2 shooters included the room from the Matrix 1?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the lobby.
So this is living on in that legacy, but the song being literally both of those songs at once is
funny.
Insane. This game is really neat. I do enjoy it. There's a little bit of a quibble with it. If you've ever played GoldenEye, you know exactly what you're signing up for. I would say the game's a little weak in the angle of when you play GoldenEye, you are playing a James Bond game. James Bond is a pre-existing character that brings context, and there's a movie it's based on. So the story and the idea of story is there. This is a little too thin. There's no voice acting, which is weird because they have cutscenes where characters talk, where even in GoldenEye, they would have said words. Perfect Dark especially, they would have said words. And I think it would help their presentation a ton if they did have even just some bad quality voice acting for these characters. I do think that's important. And the writing isn't quite up there to be at the level of sufficient. It's schlocky parody, but it doesn't form a cohesive whole. It almost feels like they were just interested in beautifully rendering the stairway scene from the Matrix for you to do a couple different shootouts in. Your guy's an older white dude who kind of gives Sean Connery vibes, and you have a daughter who kind of gives Joanna Dark vibes.
Huh.
And so there's those two, and then you got a villain archetype who's very generic villain type, where they're just like, don't you know how to stay dead? And he's like, blah, 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 blah. And then the level ends, and you start the next level in a jail cell. And, you know, it's just kind of schlocky. My main problem, as it occurs to me, is GoldenEye is a game you play on a controller. The aiming manually in this is a little weird, in that the control stick on the N64 makes it easier to do smaller adjustments because of the insane height of the stick. And modern sticks are not as thin and high and center focused. So doing the tiny adjustments is a little difficult. So manually aiming this kind of sucks. In the very first level, they set you up with a thing where it's like, you need to shoot these locks off of the door. And I was immediately like, oh, this is terrible. So I'm playing on mouse and keyboard now. Which, for those who don't know, Noels only do this when they're in duress.
That is really weird to have to do for
GoldenEye sort of parody, yeah. Between those things, it just feels like it's just that little bit shy, like of being a really solid homage piece, this thing that could have been of that era. I do think perfect Dark style voice acting would have helped it a bit, and having a tighter story would have really elevated the material even. I think what's there isn't good enough for that. And now that I'm playing on mouse and keyboard, it's fine. I am having fun. It does feel like when you play Resident Evil 4 and you use the Wiimote and your aiming is so insanely fucking good then it now feels like you're cheating. But if the two options are manually aiming to shoot a completely stationary door with 2 locks on it that's 6 feet away is hard, versus I'm headshotting a guy with the pistol through a bookshelf from a different room than he's even in. I'll take the second one. I'd rather be insanely OP. This game does support split screen and has online. I nearly had a stroke when booting the game. It's like, hey, do you want to boot the game? Do you want to boot the game normally? Or would you like us to disable easy anti-cheat? And I'm like, what? Why do you have easy anti-cheat? Then it turns out, it has online multiplayer. Oh, okay. That's still fucking insane. This is trying to be GoldenEye.
Can you play as Odd Job?
So I haven't checked.
Do they have like their Odd Job ripoff?
I haven't checked the deathmatch in multiplayer yet, and in the single player, no, there has been no Odd Job. I will have to see.
They almost have to have that though, right?
You would hope. But yeah, I've been enjoying my time. We're actually going to show this game off tomorrow, so that way y'all can experience what is blatantly the Merovingian stairwell fight with this song that is 2 different Matrix things combined. For anyone who's curious which training scene, because I know not everyone had the DVD of the Matrix and then looked up the chapter names and know exactly what I mean by the training scene. It's the one with the lady with the red dress in the first movie. So it's that song of him walking down the streets of Australia. I mean, the Matrix. And all those people just walking into him and all those twins and triplets. Cool scene, by the way.
Is that Clubbed to Death by Rob Dugan?
I think it is. I'm pretty sure you're right. And then the scene from the second movie is when he's fighting all those dudes who keep pulling weapons off the wall. Which, sadly, no one pulls weapons off the wall. You know what they do, though? Aim like total shit, because I'm playing on agent difficulty a lot of the time. So they're just like, I'm going to start shooting 80 degrees to the side of you and slowly move my gun towards you. I'm like, yeah, I feel bad for you. Just like GoldenEye, this has the par times that you need to beat in order to unlock cheats. But the scores are fucking insane. The times are insane. These are practically dev times for a lot of them. So we're talking like, do this level in 1 minute and 10 seconds. It's a whole level. Weirdly enough, that one I did fine. The one that was 2 minutes and 20 seconds, that was too insane. It was too much. It involved shooting 2 locks on a door. And these par times aren't able to be done across all difficulties. It's very specific. It's like, oh, you need to be in secret agent difficulty. And it's like, well, now that's less ability to run past these stupid assholes who are bad at shooting me, because eventually, if I keep running past everyone, I will get to the door with the 2 locks and 20 men will enter the room behind me and shoot me to death. It's these are tight. I think on average these are tighter than any of the times in GoldenEye. Like, which is nuts. Like, you're just very well speed running in order to unlock things. And they know it's mean, because the very first one's like big head mode. Insanely hard time. And I'm like, fucking what? Everyone needs big head mode. It's fucking GoldenEye.
Mm-hmm.
You assholes. Anyways. But yeah, I've been enjoying Agent 64. It's neat. As I said, we're going to show it off on a stream tomorrow, along with a number of other new games that Bob may be talking about in a minute here. So feel free to check that out. And again, where's the button? Where's the button? Oh no, I lost the button. Oh god, this button should be on every screen.
Yeah.
Game code provided by
Publisher. Anyways, please look forward to that stream. We now go to Bob. Hey Bob, talk about a game you've been playing.
Sure. I played Duck's Fade. That's the main thing I played last week.
Mm-hmm.
For people who don't know, this is the Kingdom Hearts-like game that came out.
It's just cartoon slapping sounds.
It released last week. It's basically, the whole setup is you and your sister are the last 2 humans left in this clockwork town that's occupied by cloud people. And your sister's locked herself in a room, and causes some sort of magical explosion that blows up your house and makes a giant like magic tower in the middle of town that's locked off. And now you need to go to
So Frozen.
I guess. I guess. But it has like magical chains around it, and you need to go to 4 different biomes to release the chains so you can get in there and help
Nice.
her. It's weird because it's like it feels Kingdom Hearts like it's floaty in just the ways you expect from that, but it like is made by someone who played Kingdom Hearts 1 is like, yeah, the main thing is the platforming, right? So this is a Kingdom Hearts game that focuses a lot on platforming, and the only move they've really added to it is you have a long jump now. So you do a dodge, and then at the end of that, you can do a jump, and it becomes a boosted jump.
And you have a grappling hook.
Yeah, you get a grappling hook eventually, and it seems like they're going to add a lot more movement things throughout, but I don't know exactly how long it's going to take. Rail grinding clearly is going to appear, but I still don't have that in my arsenal, even though they show me tons of rails to grind. My main complaint with it so far, honestly, is the music is not good. The music is what I would just call whimsical and nothing else. Like, it doesn't have anything other than that going on. And it does feel like they've removed a lot of the toony stuff you expect from Kingdom Hearts. There's a little bit of that energy still there. Like there's some kind of cool bosses. And you're chasing down this lady who's almost certainly a personification of one of your sister's emotions.
What?
Like,
is that fitting to put in a Kingdom Hearts parody?
Homage.
Homage.
Yes. It also has various super unfunny references. Like one of the areas I was going through was on fire. So I go to a house that's burning, and there's a cloud person in there who's like, this is fine. Sitting in a chair.
Oh,
That's
is
cute.
that is it? Did they get permission? Did
I
you get
doubt it.
permission alone? For anyone who doesn't know, the gun show comic guy who made the dog's like, please stop DMing me asking if they got my permission every time you find a new one. I'll let you know when they got my permission.
Yeah, it's like, first of all, one, yeah, stop. But two, guys, I think Casey Green's problem was with the Republican Party doing it. Perhaps not so much the an indie dev making a game.
Yeah. No, references he seems fine with. It's when people make fucking merch and you just don't give him anything that
Or are the
first
Republican
pissed him off.
Party.
Hey, I was doing a Ubisoft conference over here. I made a cool meme. Is this funny? Is this good? Can I put this on the fridge?
It's a
I don't think it's done.
deconstruction.
Yeah. Thank you, Aggro. I'm glad you got it. I can frame it.
It also has.
What's up, Bob?
It also has a Wilson from that Tom Hanks movie joke. You know,
Castaway.
Yeah, Castaway, the soccer ball or whatever.
For audio listeners, Bob is talking about Duskfade, not this terrible meme I made. I don't want to be accused of making a Castaway joke in 2026. Anyways.
Yeah. It seems neat. Like the combat's okay. And that's about as much as I can expect from an indie game like this. It runs all right on my PC. I have it set to cap at 60 because it was otherwise just kind of wildly going between like 65 and 90.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So that
video
didn't seem
games,
that great.
yeah.
And it was also just making my video card scream doing that. And it's like, you don't need to be doing that, man.
Oh,
That's
are you
fine.
not into coil wine? Is that not your thing?
Yeah, no. You also are followed around by a little robot bird, and she's the character you're talking to all the time. And I don't know, she's kind of upset. There's not that much going on here. Honestly, what I found myself going through these areas, the areas are very large. Like, they've made a lot of game here. and there's not much story taking between the areas, which is very strange for a Kingdom Hearts like knockoff sort of thing. Like you'd think that you'd have more happening. And the music is really sleep inducing.
Oh, does it go like?
I wish. It took me till I got to the second biome to even get something that I thought was okay, and that was like, this is something that would be rejected from one of those new Mana games.
Oof.
But yeah, that's another game we're probably going to be playing tomorrow, so people can check it out.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see it.
Kingdom Hearts 1 isn't a game with a lot of things in it, so it's kind of sad to not have all the things it has in it.
Yeah, it also isn't really going for being an RPG. Like, you don't level up. You do get new abilities and stuff, but it's like you get a ton of currency and then upgrade materials you find out in the world. And there's a shop where you buy these things. But for the whole first biome, the shop would have one thing available at a time. So it's like, yep, I bought that one thing. I have thousands of currency left and nothing to buy. So a lot of weird just structural like problems like that, where it's like, it feels like you want to do something. Like I even unlocked a blacksmith after that. The blacksmith sounds like all they do is adjust the color of your weapon. It's like, oh, you didn't want to do any RPG elements. I get you. I get it.
I don't. Why?
I'm bad at balancing.
I guess it is harder for an action game, but if you're already making the action, if you're already devoting yourself to making a Kingdom Hearts like, you should probably have RPG elements.
Probably. It is just very strange to not do that. It's also extremely linear, which I guess you should expect, but it comes off as weird because they give you a warp point, and all the warp points just appear linearly in one big menu. So it's just like, yep, yeah, I'm unlocking this next area, and now all the warp points are going to be one after another, just going through a level. It's a little weird. I do get the feeling I will have to go back to a lot of these areas because, like I said, you keep getting new abilities. Like I passed up a ton of things that are like, oh, you need to have some sort of weapon that'll break this, or there'll be a grind rail that you can't use.
Yeah, that's the
like
classic shuffle. Do the 4 areas. Now do them again.
Mm-hmm.
Now it could always just be, well, that's stuff for extra stuff. You don't have to go do it. But most games I expect to be like, okay, there's now a new thing in this slightly different area. Just go use your abilities and go different way.
Yeah. It's also super weird they made this choice of having it be a world where humans are wiped out. And there are these cloud people who are like immortal, but they don't seem to want to put too many out in the areas. So you often just be exploring destroyed towns and stuff. And it's like, this is just kind of weird. Like it has a sort of darker lore to it that they don't want to like actually address in any way. Is other than, oh, there aren't any people anymore. It's strange. And it looks like the towns have been just recently abandoned, even though it's supposed to be like, no, your character's like, I don't know, maybe 10, 15. Humans have never existed while he's been alive. And yet these towns feel like freshly ruined. But I don't know, I guess the whole thing with time could just be messed up in their world too, because there's the old people are called like the clock workers or something.
The clock blockers.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, it's okay. It's okay. And you get to see more of it tomorrow.
I'm excited to see it.
I think that one of the weird things they do with combat is there's one enemy type that shoots little orbs. Mm-hmm. You can hit them back. It's like, okay, that's fine. But it also has the Kingdom Hearts thing of like your attacks are different depending on your distance from the enemy. So if I'm trying to hit back an orb coming at me, the enemy's probably far away. So I'm doing the attack that jumps me way forward toward the enemy, which is not ideal for hitting away an orb. Yeah, I've always had problems with the way Kingdom Hearts combat work because of stuff like that. So it's weird for them to go hard in on making it like the Kingdom Hearts combat and then adding in a feature like that where it's like so opposed to the main premise. But yeah, that's all I really got to say about it. We'll see more of it tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see it tomorrow on our stream.
That's Dusk Fade.
Dusk
It's
Fade.
like $25.
All one word,
all one
right?
word.
All one word. Aggro, what have you been playing?
I finished up The Mermaid Mask, which is a detective game, which is apparently the third in the Detective Grimoire series from the Super Flash Brothers. I really liked it. If you played the demo or the first 5 minutes of the game will tell you, you are investigating the death of a submarine captain. So you spend basically the entire game on a submarine, wandering around rooms and chatting up the 9, I'm going to say, colorful characters who live on the submarine. The game does have a few really good puzzles that I liked, but the bulk of the game is going to these interesting hand-drawn rooms and talking to these wonderfully animated and superbly voice-acted characters and picking up a bunch of random shit that is both in your inventory and still in the world sometimes. It's a little unclear. And then carrying that shit to other rooms to show it to other characters and have them talk about the thing. And once you have gotten enough characters to talk about enough specific things, you unlock the, okay, how is your reading comprehension? What is this person's deal? Mini sub-event. And it seems like a lot of this game is just a reading comprehension test.
Did you pass?
Yes.
Yay.
Because I was that person for whom standardized tests were invented. And I am very, very good at this specific kind of thing. So you know how Uncharted.
Yeah.
You play Uncharted 1, and spoilers for Uncharted 1. At the end, it turns out that the coffin was full of a virus that turns people into crazy zombies.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, the supernatural thing was kind of real. And then you play 2 and 3, and you're like, okay, it follows the same Indiana Jones pattern, where we're going to wait till Act 3, and then, oh, it'll have been real the whole time.
He really was a
The
genie.
Last of Us.
Because I didn't play the first 2 Detective Grimoire games, I had no idea whether supernatural shit was real in these games. And I also didn't get a definitive answer until the very end of the game. It was kind of amazing. But
turns out they were shipping the gold to the submarine, so then reburied the gold.
Is this smart? Yes, no.
oh my god, that would be the funniest thing in the world. Just keep making radically different games and have this one plot element be the central crux of all of them. But I highly recommend The Mermaid Mask. Like I said, it's a cadre of 9 fucking weirdos who live on a submarine, and it's getting to know all of them and their relationships to each other and building out the tapestry of how 9 people live on a submarine and why. It's a really great time.
Cool. Are you going to check out the other 2 after this?
If I can carve out the time, yeah. I'd like to play at least Tangle Tower. That's the one that is apparently also the good one.
Yes.
I'm also pretty sure like the last shot in the game is a direct reference to something that happened in Tangle Tower that I do not understand.
Oh.
That is, by the way, the only thing in the game, the only time where that happened. You do not have to have played the other 2 games to get anything in this game.
Cool. Chris, talk about game you've been playing.
Okay. I finished wringing everything out of Fields of Mystria. I can tell because they sent me a letter, like a character sent me a letter being like, here's other things you can do. Because I finished the 2 quote unquote plots.
Oh.
That's a really great farming game. I don't know what else to say. Everything about it is really high end.
Everyone I see on Blue Sky is just talking about who they want to nail, and I'm like, please tell me anything else. And then I think Voxandra had one post where she was like, the minds are giant brained. The people who made this have big brains, and I'm like, I want to know more. I'm gonna play this game soon. It seems really appealing.
Yeah, it is. It's a little bit further away from just being farming. Like, I would compare it a little bit more to like Fantasy Life, because you can also like make furniture and then sell it is definitely part of like the what they want you to be doing. But yeah, it's a really great farming game. It has really great music and visuals. And just when you're starting to get fucking annoyed, they give you some quality of life feature that's really good. Or it's like, man, I'm tired of running all over. They're like, here's a horse. You can summon it at any time with one button press.
Sick.
It's like, oh, well, thank you. Now I move 3 times faster. That's really stunningly helpful. Let's see. Did I play? What else did I play this week?
Oh, sorry.
I have-
Nope. The rule is you only talk about one game.
Oh, the one. Okay.
That's what we're doing this time. We're interlacing the opening of the podcast. Pray that I do not do it literally with the video. I wonder how hard that would be to set up. Hey, Bob.
Yeah.
We played a video game 2 different ways on Friday. Did you
Yes,
have any
we did.
Did you have any thoughts on that?
Right, it was Cyberpunk. Oh man, I was astonished that 2 of the best glitches, the most insane glitches, came from the good version, the newest version.
Yeah.
The fully updated PS5 Pro version.
My 2 favorite glitches are from that version, and they happened really late in that stream, and that was amazing. By the way, we streamed that game for over 9 hours. We finally saw the game start.
Yeah.
On both versions.
Oh my God.
That is a really slow open.
That opening is terrible. There's
A lot
so
of
much
people
just
sitting
follow
and
guy,
talking.
sit with guy.
Sit with guy and talk. It's setting up the world, and the world is good and interesting. The problem is they set it up through sitting and talking and almost nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the fucking glitches we ran into were so fucking funny. Because it's like, we saw a dude's body slide down the street while he was completely lying down, stop at an intersection of traffic, and then turn right and 90 degrees and start traveling that way. And it just kept going. We were like, what is it? Is he a rat? Is he a car? What is happening? And I'm like, I know, shoot him. And then he died for real. And we were like, oh, yeah, I guess he was still alive.
Somehow.
There was also a glitch where we're being taken to the last important event of the 4-hour opening of this game. And you get in an automatic vehicle, and the automatic vehicle is like, oh, I'm the bougie shit that rich people get. I'm super armored. I have all this cool tech on me. You know, so that way when Adam Smasher shows up and you shit your pants because you know he could tear this car in half instantly, it builds up how cool he is. That car got lost onto the way to the building.
Yes.
So that we stopped talking entirely, and we're just sitting in the car for minutes.
Yeah, we were probably in that car for like 10, 11 minutes, just like, where's he taking us?
And then it finally just stops in the wrong spot.
Yes.
And we're like, okay.
It tries to drive to the other island, like that's off limits at that point.
Mm.
and it just parks.
So then it's like, hit this button to exit the vehicle, and Bob does. And I need you to understand, there is no hyperbole. This is how it looks. Bob goes warp speed as though the door was a tunnel of time and space, all the way to where it was supposed to drive him to, in one fluid step out of the car.
Yeah, it's incredible. If you haven't seen the clip, you gotta see it.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely making a shitload of shorts out of that fucking stream because that was hilarious. The other amazing glitch was we found consistently the launch version of Cyberpunk 2077 on the PS4, unpatched, has this thing where in an important dialogue about this robot, they leave a briefcase on the ground. And when the dialogue ends, they close the briefcase. But Bob found out if you just stand on the briefcase, they close it and you just teleport somewhere.
Yeah.
And it was
not
different.
A fixed location even, just randomly across the map.
First time it did it, we teleported like a good 3 stories beneath the building we were in, and then just kept looping, falling forever while chat changed us back to the PS5 Pro version. And then we came back and we just activated that glitch for like 3-4 different other locations. One of them was teleporting us outside of the area we're allowed to play in, so we couldn't get back into the game.
Yeah.
We had to load a save file that time. Yeah, no, it's funny because the opening we got was funny in how drastically different they visually looked. Because PS5 Pro has like 60 frames per second high-end ray tracing. You know? Yeah. It looks really nice in a lot of ways. And then you play the PS4 launch version, and these people barely look like humans. They look dire. Everything looks melty. It's terrible. I bet the native resolution is 400p or something.
Yeah, and the frame rate's also constantly crashing down.
Uh-huh. It runs terribly. There are also really long load times. Like, oh, I thought this was a seamless series of events. No. Originally, this is me staring at black for like 40 seconds while it loads.
Oh, yeah, and then, like, that version, they clearly didn't expect people to play far in it, because we get to the part where we finally, like, we see Johnny Silverhand, the game's about to start.
Uh-huh.
In every sequence plays out and is clearly just not even done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, arms are floating above our main character, just disembodied arms.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be the viewport arms, right? You see in first person. So it's shoulders and hands and all of that and nothing else. There's no torso connecting it. And that's floating 4 feet above our head at all times during this cutscene.
And then in the next scene where robots attack you while you drive and it's supposed to be all cinematic and cool, none of this stuff loads in right. Like, you're watching a bizarre N64 quality man climb up your car, kind of.
Well,
but you have
more
to animate to do that.
More like A posing as he floats from his car to yours and slams down on your trunk. And your characters are like, oh my God, oh shit. And I'm like, yeah, that would be scary.
Yes.
That's him. That's the scariest man I've ever seen. That was hilarious. He has like these blades attached to his arm, and that's supposed to be the scary thing, but because he was glitching, we were just like, holy shit.
Yeah, the blades attached to his arms, which are all T-posing, mind you.
Yeah, no, that dude's just standing at full attention.
How frequently could it load in NPCs in the world they're T-posing to was hilarious.
Oh yeah, like, you could just stare at them and wait. And then eventually they would do something. And I know some of that is like, it's streaming all these assets off of a normal hard drive for all of these characters in this bar, and it's too much for it to keep up with. And this game never should have shipped on PS4 and Xbox One. Truly shouldn't have. But it kept getting delayed, and they said, God damn it, we're still going to ship it on these regardless of what's for the best. On a related note to streaming assets and stuff, I found this YouTube video. It was recommended to me, and it was like, did you know there are actually 3 different versions or 4 different versions of Mario 64? I'm like, okay, I'll watch it. And it goes, there's the Japanese original, the N64 version, which changes a lot, the American N64 version. The Japanese Shindo version, which adds the rumble and shit. And I'm like, yeah, those are the 3. And then they go, and then the 64DD version. And I'm like, I don't think they shipped that. And then they're like, it's an unfinished prototype.
That's not a version.
Yeah, I'm like, that's not the same thing, dog. And then in the video, he's like, and when you pick up the caps, it hitches because it needs to load things. So, because the cartridge read speed's so fast, it reads it instantly. And I'm like, or because this isn't done, it's not done. Just a thought.
No, that can't be it.
No, that is it. So that was a fantastic waste of time watching that video. But it's cool to know nowadays, because as a kid it didn't make sense to me. In case I told this story on No Slam. I don't think I ever did on GigaBoots, but we'll see. So, for anyone who's never done it, if you take a copy of Mario 64 that's plugged into a real N64 and you play it and you literally tilt the right end of the cartridge out, you leave the cartridge half in, it will start doing weird shit to how Mario animates. He'll be like completely sideways, running on the ground, because all of the animations for Mario and Mario 64 stream live off the cartridge. Like, they can't store them all in memory. It's streaming it live. So when you start disconnecting pins, it starts sending corrupted versions of the animations. So, of course, if it's on a floppy disk sort of thing now, and you didn't buffer things correctly, and it's, a not finished prototype, yeah, it'll just hitch as it needs to load those animations and things for Metal Cap and Vanishing Cap and stuff. That is a lot of what I was thinking about watching the hard drive loading on the PS4 version of Cyberpunk, because it's truly struggling out here. The amount of people who just became different people, the amount of people who are just standing at full attention, lock eyes with you for 2 seconds, go, wait, I'm homeless, and then lie down quickly.
Yes.
It's so good. It's so good. That was such a delightful time. And again, it was really shocking that the PS5 Pro had the best glitches, in my opinion. The briefcase was good. Hyperdrive and the man that was a car until we killed him was kind of more peak. So what we're trying to say here is our research has concluded Cyberpunk's still an enjoyable game to play nowadays, but not for the reasons you might assume.
The man that was a car until we killed him sounds like a Robert A. Heinlein novel.
Bob, did you have any other comments on Cyberpunk before we move on?
It's real that first 4 hours is not what I expected that game to be. At all. That was weird.
It is pretty long.
And it's so few action sequences and so much sitting and talking.
Yeah, and it feels like there was no motivation to do any of the RPG stuff, or even if there was RPG stuff yet. It's very strange.
Yeah,
You can do there's a lot of little missions you can do before you get Johnny Silverhand into your head.
Yes, it's true. There were a lot of side missions we could have gone and done, but the mainline story is what we stuck with, and man, most of that is sitting and talking.
Yeah.
I'm kind of the opinion that no matter what your game you're making, you should probably give the player at least a little bit of time to actually play it before you start pounding them with stories and stuff.
And that's kind of like a Western game design problem. It came up a lot during 7th Gen, where the openings of games were just absolutely garbage.
Yeah.
I feel
this felt extremely 7th Gen, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, in many ways it's incredibly 7th Gen, more so than it feels in a way less modern in its sensibilities than The Witcher.
Right.
It's very Fallout.
Yes.
Fallout 3 and 4, and even New Vegas, because New Vegas gets out of your way really fast. But 3 and 4 have the extended opening where you're a child or before the war. So it feels very much like that. Like, this is very much like a Bethesda-style game that CD Projekt Red made.
I didn't.
Although
I would never have guessed that because I played like Oblivion and the beginning of Morrowind and Skyrim, and those let you just go.
Yeah. Fallout 3 has like a really long opening sequence. It's like 2 hours.
Is 3's longer than 4's? Because 4's is pretty chunky.
I think so.
In 4, you have to make the baby.
I think 3's is longer.
Wow.
Like, there's a reason those games have a literal spot outside the opening. Like, you take one step out of the opening, and they're like, would you like to redo everything about your character right now before you go out into the real world? Also, you can drop a save right here and never have to play the opening ever again.
Always a good choice.
Skyrim also has a really long opening, though.
Does it? Because you're kind of just on
you're
the cart.
You're on the cart. You're on the cart. Then you go to the execution, and then you have to do the cave with whichever person you go with, and they drip feed you lock picking and spells and healing and all that. And then once you get through the cave, they're like, go to this place, and then you can go anywhere, but you kind of are intended to go to that place like really strongly.
Okay, yeah, I must have just gone off in my own direction after that.
Like it depends on whether or not you consider the intro of Skyrim just being the point at which you can go in any direction, or the point like an hour past that if you do what they want, where you get the primary mechanic of the game. That being the yelling.
Yeah, okay. But you get to go explore the open world on the way to getting the yelling, right?
Yes, you do.
Right, and that's...
Meanwhile, in Fallout 3 and 4, it's kind of like a completely linear type thing until you get out. And Cyberpunk is even longer than that, but it does let you go around and do these side missions.
Mm-hmm. And I guess that Starfield also had an insanely long opening, but I don't know if you ever really get free.
Starfield isn't a game like the others, so it's complicated. I still can't believe they made a game where they just took out the primary thing that everybody liked about their game, and then that game sold as if they had taken out the primary thing people liked about their games.
That's so crazy. But yeah, I guess that's all I really have to say about Cyberpunk. I probably won't go back. If I had to do that whole thing on my own save file, I don't think I'd be able to make it through.
Cyberpunk's a really cool game where I turn on the path tracing and turn off the path tracing, and then turn on the path tracing and then turn off the path tracing, and then turn off the ray tracing and then turn on the path tracing. It's what you do. They have that NVIDIA money, so they've just been nonstop slapping features into that shit for years and years and years and years that are very NVIDIA oriented. Mm-hmm. I do wonder if they're eventually gonna, like with the PS6 ships, if they're gonna have the PS6 update. It's like, ooh, look, we slapped in some of those later features using these libraries that AMD and Sony have now for ray tracing and other shit. You know, Bob, think about it. If you got a PS6, you could play Cyberpunk 2077 with ray tracing at 120 frames per second using FrameGen.
And I'd only have to buy another copy of Cyberpunk.
What are you talking about? But
one.
you... Oh. And no, it's okay, Bob. Just sign up for PlayStation Plus, and then it's in your library already.
Free.
Yeah, then it's free.
That's so great.
Yeah, spend
$120. I love when games are free after I spend $100 a year.
$120. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's free. It's free.
It's free. So free.
It's free. Okay, let's go ahead and aggro. Did you play any other games?
I did, but first, in the interim, I made an alarming discovery.
Oh,
I'm kind of worried this is something that I had a revelation about before and then forgot again. So in 2007, the Super Flash Brothers put a Detective Grimoire game on Newgrounds.
Oh my God.
That has nothing to do with the later games. They refer to it as a prototype. It's not connected. It's just they also made a detective game with a guy named Detective Grimoire. I remember playing this back in the day. I never forgot it because it has this specific mechanic where after you gather enough clues and information, you're talking to an NPC, and in their conversation, they might lie to you. So while you're talking to them, you have you have your mouse on the left side of the screen where Detective Grimoire is, so he's looking away. And then once the NPC lies, you whip your mouse over to the right side of the screen to look at them really fast. This is called eye contact interrogation, and they fold like a cheap suit and admit they're lying.
Huh. That's cool.
LA Noir
Yeah.
needed that.
It did.
Yes, it did. Press X to spin dramatically.
Pull both triggers harshly to stare.
So that's wild. But other than that, I got to play Schrodinger's Cat Burglar, which is a game where you're a cat. And presumably at some point in the past you have burgled, but you don't really do a lot of burgling in this game. You do a significant amount of hacking. But
With
the
a
rest of
hacky
it
game?
By the strictest definition, maybe? You press one of the triggers near a computer, and then you can press both triggers rapidly to make the hacking bar fill faster.
Okay.
But you're an orange cat who gets stuck in a sci-fi machine and is quantumly split into two possible cats. And you use this to solve puzzles.
Yes. We have seen this.
It is very, very good. I am going to make the argument that this game is practically qualifiable as a Metroidvania. Because the entire facility is interconnected. You have elevator rooms that can teleport you to different parts of it, in addition to specific save areas. You have to unlock new abilities to get to certain areas, in addition to getting key cards and upping your access to get through certain doors. The Metroidvania-ness never really comes up in the flow of the game. You play through it pretty linearly. You can just go back to get extra stuff doing exploration.
So wait. It's a Metroidvania, but also it's about solving puzzles, right?
Oh no, don't say it.
No. You know what, Bob? He's already doing the devil's advocate thing. Shoot him. Say it.
That means it's a Metroidvania.
During our stream of Ikaruga and Gradius 5, we were talking about, someone was like, would you ever do a stream where you rank genres? And we're like, wait, are we ranking them on how much we respect them or how much we like playing games in them? And then we decided the best system is 2 axes, and we just do both. And we
Shit.
chart it.
This game, I mean, apart from the map thing, is structured in an interesting way because you have what you're looking at. You have like puzzle chambers where you have self-contained, like these are the outlines of the puzzle you're doing. But then in a bunch of the connecting rooms and hallways, like some of them are just set dressing. Some of them have like, oh, notice this panel to get the currency behind it. And a lot of them just have additional optional puzzles. Some of which are, did you notice that the exit door to that last puzzle room didn't have a destroys all items field on it? Then go back in and take shit out of the puzzle room to solve this additional puzzle for extra currency. It also has a section at the end of the game. I really loved the end of this game. This is a puzzle game with a fucking finale. You know how in some games, especially in Metroidvania, say, you get right to the end of the game and they just give you this really broken ability to just slaughter everything in your path? This is a puzzle game that does that.
Sick.
It's really fucking cool. Also, there are like 3 different currencies, and they are all spent on getting cosmetics for your cats. Because you can decorate your cat, and then you can decorate each of the potential cats separately.
Ooh.
I dropped some images in the Discord.
These are some good cats.
They are good cats.
I gotta save all these cats. One moment. That was literal. Is it legal for a cat to be that badass?
Right? I just the sunglass jetpack combination gave me some real Orange era Nickelodeon vibes.
Yeah, it's very 90s.
It is thundering something fierce where Bob and I are.
Yes, it is.
You've got a radio companion character that is a hedgehog with tiny eyeglasses called Lazy Susan.
So in this world, is everything an animal? Is everyone an animal?
No, you are just like a cat, and the rest of the world seems to be regular. There are humans, although there are none in the facility you're going through currently, which is alarming, and you slowly discover why by reading emails and text logs and shit.
Like you do.
So I am on record as saying that I'm really tired of puzzle games at large, going, oh, you're solving puzzles. But something nefarious is afoot.
Yes.
Okay, so something nefarious is afoot here, but I didn't mind it because it was actually well executed and interesting.
Weird.
And like something nefarious is happening, not a computer trapped you in this room and is making you solve puzzles because I really liked Portal and can't think of anything else to write. Interestingly, there's a couple of menus in the settings. I dropped those in the Discord too. One of them is just speed run settings, including an option for more physics objects, which it adds extra pushable chairs like wheelie office chairs into the level, quote, for more physics breaking opportunities.
Oh, that's hilarious.
They just gave you a bunch of options to rip their game in half. It's kind of great. I'm a little sad that now that I finished the game, I don't have any use for the immaculate, incredible brain transformation I had to undergo to control two separate cats with the different sticks on a controller at the same time. Because, you control one cat with the left stick, and also the do button is the left trigger.
Mm-hmm.
And it's same for the right hand. And so a lot of these puzzles require you to be teleporting one or both cats at different times and crossing them back and forth across the screen. And the one thing that really helps is this game has a very, very you don't get to control the camera. Trust me, we've got this. We will zoom in and out as we need to. It's an incredible amount of restraint and control, and it makes this game very, very possible.
I think that Brothers does a similar thing.
Oh, like with the control sticks. Yes, it does. Oh my God, I was thinking of how, because it lets you decorate all of your possible cats separately. I was like, okay, but they're still the same cat, but now it's like a tortoise shell. Are they different? Do these two cats have separate memories? How does that work? And I had this weird sense while playing it, I need to make sure that I don't think of one of the possible cats as the main cat and one as the fake cat, because neither of these cats are lesser than the other. They are equal. Yeah, I didn't find this cat name menu till I had finished the game. I was kind of sad. But they do just have this set list of things you can name your cat.
That's great.
I mean, Mittens is a top tier name for an orange tabby and sunglasses, so.
It's true.
It's true.
It's true. Let's see. What were you going to say, Agra?
Nothing. I was just going to wrap up. This game had, you're playing a cat that splits into two cats. That's just great. The aesthetics are immaculate. But a lot of the puzzles are actually really good. I got stuck on a few where it turns out the answer was, oh, I solved this puzzle 5 minutes ago and I'm just overthinking this dramatically. It's also, you know, got a story and interesting characters. Interesting characters that you only learn about through text logs. Although I will say one thing for this game's presentation and pacing is, like I said, you've got that adorable radio character who's a hedgehog with eyeglasses named Lazy Susan. Mm-hmm. That's an immaculate bit. That's great. You don't need to take control away from me to zoom the camera in to have a conversation before and after everything that happens in the game. No. Some of these you can just have happening while I'm walking down this straight hallway. It's okay. No one's going to die if I miss one of your lines of written dialogue that maybe, while pleasant, there should have been 50% less of.
That's kind of always how it is, huh?
Yeah.
That Thunderstrike was so close. I'm surprised I'm still here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's getting closer. It's getting meaner.
We had that down here yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I bet you did. Oh, that? Oh, we had that a while ago. Y'all are behind the curve. I'm on the edge.
Yeah, I am. I am on the edge of the continent.
Yes.
Yeah, I bet you are.
Car shop called me. They're like, hey, your thing might be done by this time. I'm like, I have to walk there, so I will see you tomorrow.
Right? Fucking.
Yeah.
There's no May when I'm walking this far, motherfucker.
Well, it was kind of a great feeling after finishing the Mermaid Mask and then blitzing through Schrodinger's Cat Burglar. I'm like, all right, on to the next game. Oh, Phonopolis is. I am so full of puzzle right now. I need to go play something else. Oh God, I've never felt like this before.
This is gross. I've never been to this state before as a person.
Oh, I do need to go back into Schrodinger's Cat Burglar though, because they did an update. This is actually there while I was playing, where they added 3 banks of additional puzzles that you get access to as you play, but they're completely optional. And like when you go there, the side character pops up like, hey, these puzzles are extra. And unlike the regular ones, you can just soft lock them. So here's a button to reset them.
Oh,
these are the rooms where we take the fucking gloves off. It's real good. But yeah, that's Schrodinger's Cat Burglar. I think of every game I played so far this year, this is the one that most has the effect of when I say its title to any random person, they smile.
It is now raining sideways against my fucking wall. Holy shit. Chris, we now go to you for one more game.
So I streamed more Super Paper Mario.
was it super?
That game just doesn't have anything for me. Like nothing. Like, I'm sorry if you love that game, but like I don't like how it plays. I don't like the music. I don't think any of its dialogue is cute. I think the way it gleefully, like, there's a callousness to Banjo that can make it funny. Super Paper Mario is like tries to be cutesy about how the sidekick you need to open this door says, I'm not going to do anything until you bring me a chocolate bar. And then you have to go across the entire fucking level to get him a chocolate bar and bring it back, and then the door to the end of the level opens. Or the fact that Intelligent Systems really clearly had never made a fucking platformer before, and Nintendo didn't like send somebody who knows how to make one over. So there's a lot of really amateur shit, like the end of 2 Worlds in a Row Yes, that is completely accurate. Except I use Bowser, so they die instantly.
I'm just gonna keep putting up Super Paper Mario hater gifs.
Like, they end 2 chapters in a row with a teleporter maze. And it's like, why? Because that's a thing that amateurs can do easily. Like, that's an easy thing to put in your platformer, is a teleporter maze.
It takes time.
Yeah, that seems to be what most of the decisions they made in this game are for.
Again,
You know, that doesn't surprise me after the Paper Mario games we played.
Oh, well, Kensuke Tanabe was the producer on this, the same guy for Metroid Prime.
Like, the Thousand Year Door also has egregious padding, but it's a game with biomes. Like, again, look at that look at these 2 gifs. Like, there's no real energy to the
I'm just gonna keep
to
adding
the
more
levels
and more.
because they're just flat plains.
Like,
they're not full of props. They're not full of, like, the game isn't full of NPCs. It just feels so empty and hollow, which makes all the padding even worse, especially considering that it's not an RPG. So you don't even get the juice of doing these RPG battles and getting stronger.
I have no skin in the game, but I can't help but find every single Super Paper Mario hater gif on the internet hilarious.
Like, when I'm sorry to the Super Paper Mario enjoyers, but when people are out here being like, well, it's better than Sticker Star, and I'm like, yeah, you mean a game that should under no circumstances be played by anyone? A game that is now the punchline to every single Shigeru Miyamoto sucks joke that will ever be told? Like, yeah, no shit, that's probably worse. That still doesn't make this good.
I found a GIF that's just a summary of the last couple big things.
It's, I just don't really, like, it just feels so unbelievably compromised in every way, and like thinks it's cute to waste your time. And also doesn't really have good ideas or gameplay outside of those times. Like, it really is progress. Oh, you can't progress anymore? Use one of your abilities to allow you to progress further. Which sounds reductive. It sounds like you could describe every video game like that. But no, but like, the problem in this game is never the jump. Like, there's no execution in this game. Like, it's really more like they made a really fucking weird adventure game than a platformer. I also just hate the design philosophy for everything in the game. Like, I hate all these characters made of the really, that look like fucking aughts Windows logos. Like, I just don't like the whole shape thing at all. Like, you should have used fucking Mario characters. And I certainly hope that, I had to go and check this because people mentioned it. There was an Iwata Asks where they were like, yeah, we did a survey for that game and only 1% of people liked the story. Which is what people estimate. People guess that's why there wasn't a story at all in Sticker Star.
Yeah, I didn't like the story. Take it out.
When I go to my doctor and I'm like, I have a bad back, he rips my spine out as a solution.
I could easily see that being what pushed Miyamoto to apparently literal quote say, it's fine without a story, so do we need one? So like, if it's so if in any way that's true and people not liking this game's riveting story caused Neo Paper Mario to happen, then it's probably the most ontologically evil game ever made. Like, it did worse than kill a series. It zombified the series.
It buried it alive. It fossilized it into an exact shape that couldn't survive.
It pet cemeteried a franchise. But I'm going to finish it on Saturday. I have 2 chapters left. It was a very funny reveal to people being like, oh, the next part. And I'm like, chat, I played this game up until the last chapter and then went, nah.
They're like,
I got within striking distance of the end and like, fuck this game.
What if you did that again?
Oh, that'd be funny. Just be like, I never said I'd beat it. And then you end the stream right there.
At this point, I have to see it through to the end.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I mentioned this a couple times on the stream, but you know the stereotype of Nintendo fans, like they love Mario RPG and they love Paper Mario and they love Mario and Luigi, but they hate JRPGs and anime. Mm-hmm. You motherfuckers. Those Mario RPGs are the most anime Mario gets. That's why you like them.
Yeah, but it's not anime, so it's fine.
Like, you motherfuckers. Like, I'm sorry that you're like a fucking rowdy cat. We have to fucking put the anime in a piece of cheese to get it down your throat. That's all I'm going to say about Paper Mario.
Okay. Well, that was Chris's one game. Now we got to come back to my one game. I played a little game. You may or may not have heard of it before. It's called Super Mario 64. Have you heard of this?
Played that?
Yeah, I played Super Mario 64 in the last week.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was wild. Anyways, I beat the game. I got 30 stars without being hit by a single enemy. And let me tell you, when that's your fucking goal, that changes how you play it. I was doing shit that seemed fucking brain rotted and indecipherable as I'm playing it. I'm like, Battlefield's the scariest place I've ever been. I'm going to walk over there for the cap and then walk back to the spawn to use that cannon. Like, you're doing every level terrified because it's like, I fuck up something small here. I'm going to have to redo the last like 40 minutes of my life. But I actually did it. I got through the first 30 stars without taking a hit. And then what was left was doing a 70-star complete playthrough of the game without dying once. And so after a rather big chunk of time being absolutely terrified getting the safest stars in the game and etc., I did it. Look at that shit. I'm so fucking happy.
Wow, so many stars. And even extra stars.
It's like a flying carpet with a star pattern along with 70 stars on it. It's really good. Also, I got a nice crown. So it was worth it. My plan with that stream was I figured I was going to fuck up. And so I would just sit there and because one of the last retro achievements left that I'm interested in, because I also let me finish this thought first. One of the last retro achievements I'm interested in is getting 120 stars in one sitting. Mm-hmm. But if you beat the game, that counts it as not one sitting, because then you have to reset the console and reload the file. Because that's how Mario 64 works. You beat the game and you're stuck on that screen forever. So at some point in the future, I'm going to play a Mario 64 stream over on No Slam where it's me doing all 121 stream. And that's going to be nice casual time in comparison. As it turns out, trying to beat a game without being hit and then without dying at all is it's a little stressful. But since we got those insane achievements done in Mario 64, I also wanted to do clean up, and I got the mastery. Bob, did you know some of those fucking levels have 11 fucking 1-ups, and you need to get them all in a single run in order to get these achievements? That's what my cleanup was. That. Yeah, some of them have 11. It's so fucking many. Bob, okay, so everyone in the call, tall mountain, right? You can imagine it.
I guess.
You know this. What do you mean? It's the mountain that's tall. You're like, yeah, Bob on Battlefield. I'm like, no, taller. You're like, that's not possible.
You talking about something like a tower? I don't know.
No, that's Wobb's Fortress. God damn it, Bob. So Tall Mountain has that secret slide. You jump into the mountain wall like it's a painting in order to get to, right?
Okay.
The first room in the slide, you walk and touch the 4 corners and it spawns a 1-up in the middle of the room. There are like 3 different areas in Mario 64 that just do that. Touch the 4 corners of this room, I'll spawn a 1-up.
That's so weird.
It's so fucking weird. There's so many things like that. Yeah, that fucking level had 11 1-ups. The fucked up part is they didn't code it perfectly, so you entering the slide cuts you off from going back outside. So you have to have gotten enough outside the slide first. Because once you exit the slide, you're exiting back into the level, but the code doesn't work. Mm-hmm. So I had to redo that one. Yeah, it turns out the game has a lot of fucking lives, so I don't need to worry about running out of lives during the 120 star run. Aside from that, I'm trying to think if there was anything else with Mario 64 I wanted to talk about specifically. There is something I wanted to announce. What is the name of it? I have it on my to play list here on. So there is a Mario 64 mod called Wario's Hint Art. Have you heard of this, Bob?
No.
Okay. I want to show a picture of what we're working with here. I'm going into this blind when I do play this down the road. But it is a Mario 64 mod where the whole bit is that Wario has left incredibly crude drawings trying to tell you where the stars are hidden in levels. So he draws like a weird S. And you need to know, because you've played too much Super Mario 64, that's the tilty platform from Bowser in the Sky, and it's on this specific spot he marked on it, so I need to ground pound this part of the ground in this exact spot in order to get this star.
God.
I'm not gonna lie, I've seen a bunch of Super Mario Odyssey streamer content that is exactly that.
Uh-huh. This is a delightful thing. I'm very excited. It has a retro achievement set, so down the road I'm going to be doing that, and that's going to be fun, and that's going to be exciting. So please look forward to... Bro, I did not play Super Mario 64 that much, says Super Bro in chat. Super Bro? Bro? I did. I, in fact, played it more than enough for that.
Yeah, this is not for you. It's for freaks.
GeoGuessr but evil? I don't know. Sounds like GeoGuessr but possible at all for me, Noel Slamrocket. That's what it sounds like to me. Bob, we were talking about during that Ikaruga Gradius 5 stream how Sony used to have that tagline of "for the players."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And how they took Cyberpunk off of the store in order to be like, yeah, this isn't the game they advertised. We need to be more pro-consumer. It's off the store. Here are your refunds. And now we're here 6 years later.
Yeah. Yeah, they are like the literal worst about customer support and protections of any that they could possibly be. It's even at detriment to their own, to themselves.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people saying like, yeah, if you try to like contact Sony support now, it's just a million chatbots and fake AI phone people.
Of course.
And you can't get any actual help.
And it's like every side of them. Like, look what they did to the Crunchyroll store.
Uh-huh.
We took everything off of it, and you also need a subscription to the streaming service to even use it.
In order to buy things, yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's
you
insane.
Just don't want anyone to use it, right?
Yeah, that's our goal. Our goal is to never give you a thing ever again, and for you to become subscription money to us.
Mm-hmm. And this will work. You won't just go elsewhere.
We are in this really weird fucking area where these companies are like, well, we don't need to make successful games or sell our hardware or even keep the people who like keep up the appearances of making games because we have these subscription services. And it's like, guys, I understand that people are slow to cancel subscription services. If you completely fail at making games long enough, people will cancel their subscriptions to your services.
It's true.
Like, it really is as simple as the fact that Sony makes $3.2 billion a year on PS Plus subs, which is almost entirely profit. They could ship 10 Concords a year and it wouldn't make them unprofitable. Jim Ryan looked at that and took it as a challenge.
Yeah, he did.
Yup.
Yeah, we're currently trying to ship 10 different Concords.
Okay, so just to be clear, I want to make sure you're telling me no one else on this podcast network would see this image and instantly know that's Bowser in the sky in the very first part of the level. None of you would know that from this doodle that Wario so clearly, lovingly crafted for you.
I mean, do I get the context that it's something in Mario 64?
Yes, you get to know that it is a part of something in Mario 64.
I could figure it out. I would know that it was from a Bowser thing immediately.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
Anyway,
like, I thought
here's
that was
the
part of
thing.
World 2.
See, he did a good
It's
job. Wario worked so hard on this. I bet the patterns eventually get undiagnosed. Spiff, why are you writing undiagnosed, huh, in chat? What's that about? Yes, that's right. You don't say that first part. You just say, thank you for your Mario 64 insights. You're welcome. The thought that they stopped doing E3 and all of these shows and putting money into it, and then everyone's like, why the fuck aren't games selling? I'm like, motherfuckers, you're like, you stopped running the circus and you're like, why is no one buying our overpriced peanuts? Like, fuck. What is with the industry from the bottom to the top right now? It's so fucking crazy.
We sold so much during COVID. Why didn't that keep happening?
Well, are you trying as hard as you did during COVID? No. Well, okay,
No.
so COVID aside, even we have one problem that's major, but also COVID! Hey, remember when there was a tiny period of time that saying COVID into a microphone on YouTube would get your video demonetized?
Yeah.
Good times. Well,
Good times.
not good times.
Just times.
Times.
Bob, you you got a game you want to talk about? You've been playing?
Sure. I finished up Splatoon Raiders last week.
Oh shit!
I'm trying to remember when that was. It might have just been after the podcast last week. I was like that close. I just needed a few more hours. It is funny, as Chris said, that there are certain similarities between recent Nintendo games digging into the earth and having some big fight around that. Oh, do you have one more thing?
No, I just think that's
Yeah,
funny.
it is.
That's all.
It is genuinely strange how clearly they map to each other. Like, is somebody like do they all have the same producer and they're like, that's how a game should end? Or is it as simple as like, well, yeah, they're all colleagues, so they like passed the same idea around and all wanted to try it their own way.
The fucking idea that they have a producer right now that's their Kensuke Tanabe, who's just like, people love it when you dig into the earth. Yeah, he's the giant mechanical spider guy at Nintendo, like Matt was saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because Nintendo does get into these weird little trends, as we
They do.
kind of talked about on Blue Sky a little bit. Like with the GameCube, it was water. With the Wii, it was dark energy that's pixelated. That was in a lot. That's in Twilight Princess. That's in Super Paper Mario. That's in Brawl. All within like the first couple of years of the Wii. And then the Wii U had arts and crafts and I guess theme parks and also being shit because it's the Wii U.
Has a monopoly on that one.
The Switch era feels like it's lasted the longest because now it just feels like every game has the door that takes you to a challenge. Like that takes you to the challenge dimension. Like they've been on that since Breath of the Wild because Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom have the shrines. Yeah. Odyssey has the hat doors. Bonanza has the things you pound. Kirby and the Forgotten Land has them on the world map, but they're still there, like in the challenge. They still have the little challenge dimensions. And Splatoon Raiders has them on the map as well. These little challenge dimensions.
Searching Dragon points out the Switch era also adds that trend of vocal tracks that may or may not suck ass.
That's true.
Yeah, they did
But
go through a thing.
But
where
I
they
kind of
kept
think
doing that.
every game should get into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Do you know how much having your own vocal song kick in at an appropriate point makes your game remember your game more than almost anything you can do? Do you know how little that costs in comparison to every other thing in modern game development? Doesn't even have to be an original song. Go through fucking Bandcamp and just find a song that's good. And contact them, be like, can we license your song? Imagine some like tiny SoundCloud band getting a fucking DM from Nintendo being like, we would like to license one of your songs in perpetuity for this game. They'd fucking shit themselves.
Hell yeah.
Yes, it turns out the soundtrack for your game is very important. Extremely so. One of the most important things.
Bob, did you have any thoughts on Splatoon Raiders? Any sort of evolutions of ideas? Or
I mean, I think that game's really good. That's probably my favorite Splatoon game. I like having like an actual set of levels to go through and stuff. And it's constantly building out different ways to upgrade your character and then their guns. So you're constantly getting new guns, and at the very end of the game, they like unlock the next tier of how that's going to be upgradable going forward. And they a whole bunch of extra maps showed up, and it feels like, oh, that was really just that was all where all the money was. But to actually, this is the part of the game you want to play. This where you go insane and just grind levels over and over to get stronger and stronger, become a freak.
Yeah, that's kind of what the post game is, and I'm like, yeah, well, I'll do a little bit of this.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll go back and do it. It seemed like pretty cool, like, conceptually, because you get like the 5-star weapons that can now have a bunch of different attributes spawn on them, and you can deconstruct every old weapon to get different attributes to shove into those. It's like,
yeah,
okay.
that's really cool.
Yeah, it is pretty Diablo-esque.
And you can also power up your abilities with all kinds of attachments. So you can be like, okay, you really reduced the cooldown of the move that lets you jump and cause an explosion where you land. So you can do that every 3 seconds now. Have fun.
hell yes.
Well, you put on the ability that lets you jump twice to get higher in the air, and then you put on the thing that lets your ground slam move do more damage the higher up you are when you do it. So I guess you'll bot jump and then slam down into them and ruin all their lives. Man, I don't understand how multiplayer works in some of these levels, because it's like there are so many enemies in some of these maps in the post game. Like every square inch is full of enemy. It's like, I can't see what the fuck is happening. I have to just spam my AoE moves and hope it thins it out a little bit.
Maybe that's because they're made for multiplayer, and having like 4 people there would just actually make it manageable.
I can manage pretty fine as long as it isn't too high level above where I am. Like, I got down 4 or 5 levels into the post-game thing, and then I'm like, okay, I've had enough.
I think it's funny. We talked about the challenge rooms before.
Yeah.
Thank you for your continued use of Super Paper Mario.
People started posting more of Super Paper Mario. Gifts in the fan Discord, and I'm losing. They're so
but
good.
To unlock the Dr. Challenge missions, you find a compass in each stage. And it's funny because when you leave the stage, the compass there's 3 or 4 different mini games you could do to actually unlock the stage. And it's kind of funny they put that much work into it. It's like it could have just been with the same mini game over and over again of like moving your cursor around the larger map. But there's various ways the compass can point you towards stuff. Like one of them, a meter on the compass fills up and as you get closer, pretty easy to understand. One of them lights up if you're moving the cursor in the right direction. You have to kind of base it on that. and now there's like doing pulsing waves on the compass to let you know when you get closer. And I was like, that's neat. It is kind of tiring, though. I always kind of wish this minigame stopped being here after I've done it like 15 times. But I guess I don't really have anything else to say about Splatoon Raiders. It's a good game. You should try it. And luckily, I got it for a cheaper price because of that thing they were doing, where you pre-order it at like Walmart.
That's a pretty great game to get for $50.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I should put the gifts away. But not all of them. Pushy could stay. Aggro, did you play anything else?
A little bit. I played like an hour and a half of Mr. Sleepy Man.
Ah, yes, Mr. Sleepy Man.
I have made a little bit of progress. I've collected some things. I don't 100% have a handle on the shape of the thing. I'm like 80% of the way to figuring out what the fuck I'm actually doing big picture. And it's great that one of the loading screen tips is, it's okay to be confused. Mr. Sleepy Man is confused all the time. Like, I know Chris described this before, but I have a habit of zoning out when people describe games I'm going to play later.
Mm-hmm.
This game has some kind of world tendency thing happening that I've 85% got a handle on. But at one point I loaded into the level and accidentally made the moon cry and an angry mob spawned.
Yep. Yep.
This game, like, where the fuck did this haunted GameCube game come from?
It is funny because the game opens with you in first person having to put the cart in a knockoff N64 and turning it on. So it is very much literally a haunted video game.
It is the, okay, you know that old adage a lot of disciplines have where you have to learn all of the rules so you can know when to ignore them?
Mm-hmm.
This is the absolute antithesis of how they tell you to onboard a player. This drops you into a world with all of the systems turned on and says, play.
Yeah, you can go back to any previous world state. So.
Mm-hmm. Like, at one point, I activated a boss fight that I don't think, I haven't been able to get back to it, and I'm not sure what would have happened if I won, and if it would have been different from when I lost.
Good.
I have never felt this completely at sea, but confident that this game isn't just a giant messy pile of shit, that there's actually, it will eventually coalesce into a whole. Also, you're basically playing as Mr. Saturn with a body. So
Yeah, it's freaky.
I really like how no NPC can be like, "Are you awake?" The question of your consciousness eludes me.
It's kind of like that bit sometimes a game will do when you have a silent protagonist where the character's like, are you going to say anything? They'll be like, hey, I need you to help me do. Are you whatever. I need you to help me do a thing. But yeah, I look forward to the kaleidoscope shifting and me actually understanding the scope and direction of this bizarre experience.
If it puts something in your to-do list, that means you will probably get some kind of information for doing it. Maybe.
Information, data, more like.
Yeah,
the first
data.
thing it told me to do was go to the clock tower, and that ended up with 18 new questions.
Chris, did you play anything else?
Yeah, I started the longest game that's on my GOTY backlog, which is
Are you picking Crimson Desert back up?
no. I sold that game to GameStop already. The Legend of Heroes Trails Beyond the Horizon. So that is this year's Trails game.
Is that
one of two
remake timeline or the new timeline?
This is the original timeline.
Okay.
I don't think they're doing a remake.
Well, I'm saying, is this the remake game or is this the new game?
No, this is those remakes are so similar. Like, I'm certainly not going to buy them until they're significantly cheaper.
Okay.
I'm liking this one a lot more than the last one because, one, it doesn't have that god-awful time travel element. Which means you're not progressing down a dead end and then you can do nothing to avoid before going back in time, and for then a character having an epiphany on how they can avoid it rather than you figuring anything out.
And this is the third game in this franchise, is that right?
It is the third game. It's like the third Daybreak game, but at the same time, it's like a big crossover one, so it's named differently.
Oh, okay. I was wondering, like, I was really trying to place which one this is.
Because this is the one where you play as Van still, right?
Yeah, you still play as Van. I think later on in the game, you get like you play as like the different parties doing different things. Because I'm still in Act 1. It doesn't have the structure of the previous two, which helps a lot. It does not have the, okay, go do a bunch of side quests. Now go to the place the chapter happens and do a bunch of side quests.
Okay, good, because oh my god, that made me quit that first one. Jesus.
Now, granted, I like that. Like, I was not opposed to that part of it, but it is better for the game to not have such a rigidly defined structure. Because, like, some of the previous games also have structures like that, but it feels like the story is a little bit less predictable, unlike Trails into Daybreak, where it's just like every single time is like the world's shittiest Bleach episode, where it's like you foiled the villains, but they only really wanted data, so they succeeded. And you get no closer to actually dealing with them. This at least doesn't have such a rigidly defined structure. It has some ideas and a plot conceit. And they added more stuff to the combat system. I am sure the next game will have a completely redone combat system like they do every couple times, because we have reached like the exit velocity point where it's like, yeah, there's too much stuff I can do, and these guys kind of don't have a chance. It still has a budget dimension. That's just a mainstay of these games now. Which I'm torn, because in the previous games, the budget dimensions have been such things as once a chapter, go investigate the old schoolhouse and do a level of a dungeon. Then it was, help this evil scientist get data in his giant testing facility once per chapter. Then it was, you get access to the hyperbolic time chamber, and the game will intermittently tell you, you better go get stronger in the hyperbolic time chamber. Then I don't think Daybreak 1 had one at all. No, it did not. And the past two games, the 2 and 3 have the same one, which is this giant tech company going, please, Mr. Arkwright, the bad guys took over our virtual reality program. You have to go in there and get it back for us.
Man, I miss the new adventures of Johnny Quest.
Which is really funny, because in the second one, they're like, what, it happened again? And they're like, yes, we're sorry. It happened again. The main villain group of the game, of the series, took it over this time instead of the Garden Master. One of the things I really love about Trails is that it has like 800 Arrancar-esque groups. And they kind of compound into each other where it's like, yeah, there was like 3 of them in this country, but then this one killed all the others and consolidated them and took everybody they didn't kill into the organization. So now there's just the one.
Okay.
And whenever the game needs like kind of a throwaway antagonist, they bring in like a dropout from one of those dead organizations.
Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty funny. I like that. Yeah, I'm merely in Act 1. I've only played for 18 hours.
Oh.
Yeah, these games they're still a little bit too long in the tooth.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they pull that down a little bit, because it's like, guys, you had to start having a budget dimension because you couldn't make these games that long without one. Just take it out. Just pull it out.
Mm-hmm.
No, the game must be this long.
They clearly do think that. Like, the CEO, I think, has even made statements to the effect of, one of the strengths of our company is our games are really long.
Ugh.
And I do like the going into the hyperbolic time chamber and getting the currency that lets me roll the power up gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
And get 100 items that will make me stronger, or be costume pieces. But you could tighten these games up a little bit. Also, good God, guys, I get you're a small company, but if you want me to remember who a character is, you have to actually design them. Now these games do have a lot of designed characters,
Right?
but there's still like Cold Steel was the best about it, because every single student at the school and every teacher had a unique design with unique art.
Mm-hmm.
So you could actually recognize them and care when these little foibles happened. In this one, there's a lot more. Guys, that guy's basically an NPC. Like, he's basically a generic NPC. I don't remember who he was or what his deal was. Give him anything. But I'm enjoying it. I like it a lot more than Daybreak 2. I hope to beat it before Onimusha comes out in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
a
you're
week
running out
and
of
3
time.
days. I can probably do it. I can probably do it. That's all. Is there anybody left, or do I get more?
Oh wait, well, we got to finish the roundups on games, and then we can talk about what's coming up from us. Bob,
Okay.
do you have another game you played? Well, while you think about that,
I didn't play another game, but I've been taking mock exams to the JLPT to see if it's worth trying to do any of those. And I'm like, I don't know. That's rough.
Yeah, no, it's really hard, even for people without dyslexia. You know, like that shit's difficult as fuck. JLPT, it's a Japanese language proficiency test, I assume is what the PT stands for.
Yeah, I think that's what the acronym is for.
Yeah, but there are different grades of it you can get, and depending on what grade you get, you could get a job in the highly, sorry if this is a bummer for anyone listening, I truly mean this, in the highly vanishing field of translators. Yeah.
It feels kind of like it's more of to test yourself, because like the first N5 or so is kind of just a sheet of paper that says you're bad at Japanese.
Yeah,
that's how I've heard it described multiple times.
Yep.
Look, you got to take it so you can use the true value of such things. Playing Sega Saturn games that never came out in the United States.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. That N2 is about where they start having value.
Mm-hmm. So I did take each mock exam takes like an hour and a half to do.
Uh-huh.
I passed the N5 one, but not the N4 one. The N4 one was
Okay.
rough.
So we're still working on it. But good job on passing the N5. This may shock you. I would not pass the N5. I have been playing Battle Arena Toshinden 2 Plus.
Whoa.
For people who don't know, I'm going to be in a tournament on Saturday over on Sarlene's channel, where I'm going to be competing for the most powerful gamer at Battle Arena Toshinden 2. And a very important title, I'll have you all know.
Oh, everyone knows that. Why do you need a permit?
That's going in the About page if I win that tournament, let me tell you. That game's very interesting because the left two shoulder buttons do your dodges into the foreground and background. But if you run past your enemy, and this is one of those games, it's a 3D fighter, and it's like, oh, we're going to be 3D with it, all right. This is one of those games where literally you have to hit towards your enemy to face your enemy at all. If you run past them, you'll just keep staring into space. So if you run past your enemy, and then you hit dodge into the foreground, it actually does the reverse. It dodges into the background. And the reason for this is, in their head, when they mapped L1 to dodge into the foreground and L2 to dodge into the background, it was dodging clockwise versus counterclockwise. But now that you're on the right, you're not going to dodge into the fore. I literally dove off a ledge finding out that weird anachronism, that weird little offset notion inside of this game. Also weird about this game, they set two of your special moves to just R1 and R2. That way you don't even have to do the input. But hilariously, on one of the characters, it does the version you would never, ever want to use, almost. There's a character who shoots out a whip blade ring. So it's just a fireball attack, but it's like a bladed ring. The default is the one that shoots 45 degrees into the air. It just goes into space. And it's like, that's not the one people want to spam, and you know it.
No, my anti-air game needs to be on point.
Hey, it is nice to have
Toshinden 2.
It is, it is really good to just have a button to hit real quick if they're in midair, but you know what would be better? If I could spam that to do fireballs. But yeah, no, I'm very excited for this. As I thought, I was convinced that I was going to come out of this either playing as Ellis or I think it's Sophia, the whip girl. So either the fairy or the whip girl, basically, is their design aesthetics. Which is funny, in Japan, fairy girl, very popular, very at the front of marketing. In America, whip girl, dominatrix girl, weirdly involved in the marketing.
I can't believe this.
Yeah, it's so strange, right? I'm going to see if I can find the magazine ad for this because it's really funny.
They get like an actual live action actress to portray her, right?
In the intro cutscene to Bat 1, yes.
Okay.
So, Bob, I'm not sure if you ever saw this back in the day. Check this out. What? Sophia says, spend your money to reserve a Sony PlayStation. Sophia says, give your money to your local video game store and do it now. Sophia says, get on your knees and bark like a dog. Now give Sophia a kiss.
Wow.
She didn't say Sophia says, now she has to hurt you.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yep.
And I assume that's the design from Battle Arena Toshinden 1.
It's some bizarre, quote, high-res version.
Okay,
this
it looks so weird.
It's so bizarre. That's not exactly how that looks in-game. But yeah. Yeah, no, Battle Arena Toshinden, very, very cool. Very cool. There's this there's this really cool guy. He's a secret character in Bat 2. He's been banned from the tournament because he's too cool is the problem, you see. If there's a problem with this guy, it's that he's too cool of a dude. His name is Vermilion, or Vermirion.
Whoa,
And as you can see, he's the coolest dude ever. He has a fucking golden gun and a shotgun.
God damn.
This dude's like from Trigun.
That's what I was saying. I'm
Yeah,
like,
he
this
is
dude looks
very
night
of the
owl
era.
as fuck.
The cool guys in trench coat era.
He's somewhere between a vampire
Need to
hunter
return.
D and a Trigun. Yeah, it's true.
He's got a little Daisuke Ito in the face.
A little bit. And now that we've all agreed how cool this man is, here's some other art of him.
Bro. What
I
is
mean,
this other picture?
It's still kind of there.
It's a little bit, but it definitely
yeah,
feels
it's not
like
as bad.
If Dorgan C. Mikado was trying to cosplay Vincent.
Yeah, that is how
Oh.
it feels.
Oh, that didn't go well.
That's a little glam rock.
Yeah.
He's not having a good day.
Like this is several options in the character creator no one ever picks unless they hit random for the stream.
It's a very strange mix of different face paints, yeah. They don't quite work together.
But yeah, this man is able to hit you with his guns from any distance or height or anything. He's completely fucking broken. It is hilarious.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't think anyone had guns in those games other than him.
Yeah, I think he might be the only one with the gun, which, you know, again, very cool guy. I'm just gonna show that one more time. With his two fucking guns. A double gunned character and a largely blade fighter named Vermilion.
What?
Like Noel Vermilion? You know that character? From Blaze Blue?
I don't think there's any connection.
No, you don't.
Just total
okay.
coincidence.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That you're right. I'm jumping to conclusions. There's no way they. Yeah, I'm stupid. I'm sorry, everyone, for being dumb.
Good.
Will you ever forgive me?
Probably not.
Oh, well, what if I tell you there is a Noel Slam Rocket color palette for Noel Vermilion now available in Blaze Blue, oh shit, what the fuck is the
Central
name
Fiction?
of Central Fiction, thank you. If you have the improvement mods, you can actually get it now from the No Slam notification system Discord. It's pretty nice. It's a pretty nice palette, honestly.
It's funny because in Blaze Blue, using two pistols is like a sign of weakness compared to like all these guys have magic powers in some way. And all you've got is the guns to try and fight them back.
Noel's very
Whereas in the
cool.
other game, everyone's just kind of a martial artist and you're shooting them.
You're just shooting them while looking like a Night Owl character.
Yes.
Yeah, but this is very cool. This was made by Starfy 99. I was extremely happy over this. Especially since I think I'm playing Central Fiction via Bob's copy on our Steam family library thing. But yeah, that improvement mods that's available on GitHub is also incredibly interesting and neat. Yeah, anyways, you can do that now.
God, they need to go and they need to go back and dub this one. What
They
is wrong
do!
with them?
They do. They're adding a character. Come on, guys. You can add a voice, pack, language. Anyways, that's it for my segment. And Bob, that was all you played?
Yeah.
Okay. Aggro, you didn't play anything else?
That's it for me.
Hey, Chris, did you watch Weekend at Bernie's?
No.
Bob and I watched Weekend at Bernie's.
Yes.
We were like,
Always good to learn how the U.S. government works.
Yes. It's very important.
It is very important. God isn't ever how the U.S. government works. And if you've seen the movie. Anyway, for people who don't know, they want to charge you $15 to rent the movie Weekend at Bernie's, which I think might be older than everyone on this podcast.
Right.
It's fucking close. $15 to buy it digitally or rent it or whatever. They will not sell you a cheap copy. They will not rent it to you for cheap. Psychotic behavior.
They foresaw a spike in demand. It's like when an old video game suddenly gets ridiculously expensive.
So Bob and I, we did the thing you do when you can't watch a movie for affordable and you want to get it for cheap. We went to the library. They had a copy on DVD, so we watched that.
They did have a copy on DVD.
That was
and they were like, yeah, we just got this, actually. It's a DVD that's literally from 2005.
It literally had the you wouldn't download a car ad play, and I was like, did you know they stole the music for this ad? This ad about not stealing this movie that's absolutely ancient on this DVD that was encoded in 2005 and looks like fucking shit. It was like one of the worst looking DVDs I've watched in forever. It must have been like first passed encoded at the birth of DVD. It is that fucking rough.
It's one of those DVDs that has two sides, one for widescreen, one for full screen.
That's how you know, baby.
Yeah.
I don't like it when the movie's smaller. Anyways, that movie's surprisingly funny.
Yeah, no, that was good.
We got to bring back high concept comedies.
Yeah. When you have a comedy, you can't just improv a bunch of stuff because everything's got to be planned out and stunted. It makes it very different.
Yeah, I'm pretty exhausted over the improv comedy thing. Pretty exhausted. So this was nice and refreshing to go back. That's true. They stole the font for that ad too. I forgot about that. That was a later revelation. They stole the music and the font for that fucking ad telling you not to steal a movie.
That's incredible. No wonder it got memed on forever.
Also, it's the absurdity of it.
Yeah.
Who in Hollywood's jobs am I risking by pirating fucking Weekend at Bernie's? Let's be real. No one's got a job because I paid $15 for Weekend at Bernie's in 2026.
Yeah, most people working on movies aren't even alive anymore.
Right? What do you think the main actors went on to do?
I have no idea because they did not seem like anyone I knew.
Anyway, all I'm going to say is Kevin Smith owes his career to Weekend at Bernie's. Those two main characters are Dante and Randall, and you can't convince me otherwise.
Basically.
Except for the guy who's the wise guy doesn't have a funny voice. He doesn't go, what the hell, man?
He's doing a somewhat funny voice.
He's
not as funny as Randall.
No, he's not. He doesn't have an iconic voice. He's like a bad Pauly Shore. I don't know. Anyway, Weekend at Bernie's, kind of recommend it. If you could watch it for
their
free.
Top movies on IMDb are Weekend at Bernie's and then other things I'd never heard of.
Cool. Hey, Chris.
Yes.
You got any fun week adventures? Like things you did this week that were interesting? Maybe involving a dead guy and pretending he was alive for a whole weekend so that way you could keep your job or something?
No, I didn't.
What do you have coming up?
On Saturday, I'm streaming Super Paper Mario, and we'll be finishing it. At some other point before the next big thing to mention, I might stream Mega Man X Regenesis, the new fan game that came out recently.
Cool.
On the previous Friday, I was on Haitian Schwartz's fundraiser for Trans Lifeline.
Yep.
Yeah, Resident Evil Survivathon, where I helped him through the castle section of RE4, which forced me to play RE4 afterwards because I had to look at RE4. Well, I'm not going to once again glaze RE4, but I will say that I found a 100% crash.
Oh?
On the console versions of RE4.
Huh.
So there is the ancient Egypt room. It has a bunch of chest-high walls and bear traps in the sand, and there's like a ladder up to a structure, and inside the structure is a couple of chainsaw guys, and you have to get a key. It's that room. If you open the door, which is a cutscene of the door opening, because it like slides upward. If you try to skip that cutscene, the game will crash 100% of the time.
Huh.
It crashed on me 3 times. Because the first time I was like, oh, well, it's nothing. The second time, it's like, surely it's not. After the second time, I had to do it a third time to make sure it happened every time. And it does. So that's fun. Don't try to do that, I guess.
I guess.
It at the very least crashes on PlayStation. I have no idea about Xbox or Switch. Or PC. That's all.
Okay. Bob and I tomorrow we're playing Agent 64, Dusk Fade. What else are we playing? We're covering a bunch of new games.
Yeah.
And if in the moment I am of bad judgment and I kneel to Chris's desires, Bob and I will play through the 8-bit AVGN video game we got a code for last year.
Very sad. All right,
which isn't as exciting as you being forced to do all of them, but I'll take it.
What were you saying, Bob?
We also streamed those things on Tuesday, the shmups.
Yeah, Ikaruga and Gradius 5. It was great. We had this marvelous bit for the stream. It was amazing. I came up with this bit over a year ago, and I told Spiff, I was like, Spiff, here's what we're going to do. And then he was a little confused, and I'm like, no, you can't have a stream of Ikaruga and people not constantly want to talk about Radiant Silvergun. So that word was like muted the entire stream. And that was fantastic watching people stick their hand on the electric fence over and 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 over. Yeah, Ikaruga's great. It's really fantastic. It's a great shmup. Gradius 5, equally great. Both of them are treasure shmups. And I think they're fantastic. I had a really great time. Asadico says, I didn't know that was an issue. Have you ever tried having a conversation with someone about Ikaruga? Because you will barely get 3 sentences in. Someday I'll try Radiant Silvergun. I almost did it that stream, but I was like, that's too much setup. Oh, well. Another day. But yeah, no. How do you fucking talk about those games? How do you do it, Bob?
They're iconic shmups. The parallel switching mechanic, or what do you call that? No, it's polarity switching mechanic in Ikaruga. Ikaruga is iconic.
In Ikaruga?
Ikaruga, yes.
I thought that was really funny, that story you told about that classmate in the Japanese course who called it Ikaruga.
Mm-hmm. The guy who's like basically fluent in Japanese completely, like, oh, right, I learned that word before I started learning.
It's really fun when you run into that shit where you go, oh, that is not, oh no. Brain delete. Thank you. Yeah. No. Ikaruga is a great fucking video game. Still have a disc of the GameCube version. I wonder if that shit's insane nowadays. I don't know. That soundtrack is absolutely fucking incredible. The fact that the entire game's levels are keyed to the soundtrack. Mm-hmm. So that way each moment is perfectly composed for is really fucking cool. And then Gradius 5 is absolutely fucking enormous and has a banger fucking soundtrack. Good God.
Mm-hmm.
For people, yeah, we weren't able to beat that one because we had limited credits, and oh wow, that game is really long.
It's really fucking big. And I didn't want to like burn a few more runs and attempts at it in order to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it looks like Ikaruga has a sane price in the States, seemingly.
Huh.
Seemingly. Yeah, you can get complete in box for like $80, it looks like.
Okay. That's still
cool.
Rough, but not as bad as I thought.
But that's like complete in box. I figured
Right.
it would have gone insane. Yeah, no. And Gradius 5 soundtrack is done by the person who did, 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, and other Vanillaware games. Amazing fucking composers over at Base Escape. Hitoshi Sakamoto is incredible. It was really funny when I was playing 13 Sentinels. I'm like, this person really fucking loves Gradius 5 and Final Fantasy Tactics. And then when I look it up, it's like, aren't you in for a surprise? Same dude, and this is him. Like, oh, okay, cool, great. But yeah, no, those are fantastic games, and we also got to play Multimedia is a what's the title?
Suckers game.
Suckers game, which is a fun little throwing up scare quotes basically visual novel where you get to play as the Timer Chans going through Dr. Agro's text adventure he did with Chat, where Chat was very good at making decisions and calls. I think that's what we learned from all of that. Bob, what did you learn from Multimedia as a Suckers game?
Maybe don't lick everything. Maybe that had no advantage.
But then how will you discover whether they have magical properties?
Bob, counterpoint?
I don't think they actually discovered whether or not they did from the licking.
I mean, the text said that it tasted like it didn't have magical properties.
Okay. Like, we have the showrunner right here. Was that valuable?
I mean, no magical properties were revealed.
That doesn't mean they aren't real, Bob.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I guess
right.
I don't know for the full scope of the world you had created. Maybe magical properties that could be detected by lick are actually a threat.
I'm going to give you this like you're on the right track. I can't say anything yet. I'm going to give you this read on to find out card.
Jesus.
But
yeah, that game's really neat.
Yeah, that was really cute and neat.
Yeah, a lot of nice art done by Screensaver and a lot of interesting writing choices made by Dr. Agro and company.
Choices is an interesting word in this context. Lightning fast reactions.
Yeah. No, you writing that's insane.
That was pretty stressful. A couple hours.
Yeah, you don't say. I'm truly surprised.
I had to learn a lot of, like, every time I have streamed, it has been a shitpost. Mm-hmm. I had to learn a lot of how to actually use OBS to run that stream.
I bet.
And the reveal, this is spoilers for the end of the visual novel. We have a thing in announcements, so that way you can go play the game yourself, because it's out now for people to play, but I'm playing some spoilers music, don't want to spoil it. Screensaver actually did make some Crockpot Chan art.
Whoa.
Look at that. She's so, what's the term? There's a word for this. She's so flavorful. She's so hearty.
Flavor blasted.
All I heard in chat a lot was mom. She's so mom.
She's so mom with it. I really like the evil eyes when she has to open them, because she keeps them closed all the time, except for she asked for no pickles. Yeah, it's really, really cute. She's kind of mom, you don't say. Anyway, we hope you hang out tomorrow for our stream of all these new indie games that we've been playing.
Mm-hmm.
Also going to be playing Turnip Mountain. But you know what else people should be excited for?
Oh no, what's that?
Podlords.
Ah!
Oh fuck.
I wasn't ready for the Podlords.
Yeah.
The rain was actually so severe, it slightly pushed open my back door, so I had to go push those shut.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's pretty bad here. We're going to have to take a boat to cook out.
Right.
Man, Patreon did a thing where it actually added more space in the spreadsheet. They are making it harder and harder for me to do Podlords every week. I swear they know what they're doing. I will show you once we're past Podlords what these names look like. It is so low res now because of them doing this. Anyways,
Yes, that's right. The Podlords. Podlords such as BN13, Red Blaze 27. Suzushiro. WTF Spider-Man. Mr. I Like Spam. Muckabun.
My mall has been thriving my whole life. I hang out there every week.
Jesus, still.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Casey. Cooper Tank. Scariest man in Cyberpunk.
That's him. He seems to not know we're here despite the fact he's standing on the trunk of our vehicle.
Gaijin. Shinji16 is excited for Beat Weaver's demo dropping on Friday. If you love frequency or amplitude, you need to check it out. Sarlane.
Shout out to Gung Ho for fixing the localization of Trail's first chapter to match the rest of the series and re-recording lines.
Maybe you shouldn't have fucked it up the first time.
Right.
The Hard M. Bearded Joe.
Hey, I found this Chris-coded fairy in Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar.
Why? Because it has round glasses? Fucking come on.
Cleo Crow. Hey, I'm not so bout, and where the game bouts.
Oh, no.
That is adorable.
I'm so glad that you have to watch this shit soon.
Friend asked if Porygon was a bird, and Apple Gothic says they are quite bird-like. It's true.
I guess.
No bit this week. Please take care of yourselves because you do matter. Rest in peace, Hayden. Gawain.
Oh my God. He's so top heavy.
When I saw
Yeah, he's
this
very
dude,
large.
When I saw this dude, I was just like, I don't know why my brain went, that's Gawain, like the that's dark right part from that movie. His expression and his notion that he's very cool right now kills me. Intermission. Hayoku koko no oedi oide ishoke enmei oikakateo dakara isho ni. Come on, why did you make me read that? What did I just say? What have you done?
Look, it's fine. It's a Girls and Panzer bit.
Good for you. You are the only one who watched that on this podcast, I think.
Whose fault is that?
There are a lot of things we can blame. No bit too sleepy. Digital Basic. The second of the Majestic 12. Rocket Foot. 8 weeks until Big Boing.
He's getting closer.
For the record, none of these motherfuckers matter. The gag is that they don't matter. The entire gag is to justify why Big Boing shows up, which you will understand once we get to Big Boing.
People becoming Mighty Number 9 disease.
No, not him.
You could have like cut a little bit more of his forehead off.
No.
I
got 2 minutes.
I can't
I'm
tell
done.
if this is just low quality or if this is an aggressive avant-garde cycle all the way back around.
I never noticed Beck has a fucking cod piece. Fuck him. Fuck that design.
It is terrible.
Andrew. Giriko Kirigiri, a Yuri manga about struggle meals.
Yeah, I still don't know if that's the one where she eats the crumbs from her keyboard and shit like that.
Ah, God, Jesus. So, the big think crew tripped up at the start. Perhaps they can catch this shot through the heart.
Why does he have the Bond logo on him?
So, for anyone who doesn't know, if you keep Podlords as a service on your platform long enough, people will become the Riddler. This has happened twice now. So that's LTG Lightning coming off of Yi as a Bond.
Uh-huh. Now we don't know why.
Yi. Yeedle me this, GigaBoots. Society, if Fire Emblem Fate's story had been comprehensible.
Fire Emblem's Fate story was very comprehensible. It's just fucking stupid. The magic country you're not allowed to talk about or you die is very understandable. It's just fucking dumb.
I don't know. That sounds kind of awesome.
Not why it's like that to make you not when it's like that to make you pay $40 for DLC.
Oh shit.
Sadistic, autistic. Thank you, YouTube algorithm, for letting me know of this cute little guy named Jimmy at Bimmy Jimmy Cat on YouTube.
It's a handsome cat.
He's not Jimothy, though. I'm confused.
Yuki, EXE, and OY, just V. No bit. Here's a picture of some magpies I saw on my walk today. Australia.
Lloyd.
Oh, nice. Little guys.
And Tom Murphy. Thank you very much to our Podlords.
Thank you, Podlords.
Thank you, Podlords. And if you like to see the inscrutable fucking image I used to read these Podlords' name, you have no idea how hard this is. Look at how small that is. You scroll it up, and some of these just become like blurs.
Well,
yeah. Anyways, fucking stop it, Patreon, Christ.
Thank you, Podlords. If you'd like to become a Podlord, you can go to our Patreon at patreon.com/gbpodcast. For as little as $5 a month, you get many benefits such as early access to Chugging Bleach, prototype shows that maybe never come out, extended content for other shows we do, an entire movie called Isolation 119, a full feature-length film about a man going to Thailand to putter around.
Accurate.
A patron-funded show one a month, either a public show where we watch some dog shit and patrons get a commentary track, or a private show where patrons vote on a good movie we watch and then we watch and talk about it. That's patreon.com/gbpodcast. If you don't have any money, it always helps immensely to just spread the word around. Rate us on Thursdays. Rate us with a T on your podcasting app of choice. And leave a comment and subscribe if you listen on YouTube right now. Patreon.com/gbpodcasts.
It is raining and thundering so hard.
yeah, no,
This is fucking wicked outside. There's no way you aren't going to hear this, listener. And for that, I apologize. Oh. There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
Industry.
Tiny industry burning down block. James Pond Legacy. The Pond is Not Enough. A collection of 4 James Pond games. Fucking really? Announced for Switch 2 with an AI trailer, song, and a bunch of art. The publisher said, look, it isn't AI. I made 3 more pieces of AI art to convince you it's not AI. Noel, I'm going to need you to put that thing on screen.
I'm getting it.
For the record, this trailer, there's no reason they should have had to use AI to make this trailer.
Well, I'm still
pretty
looking
sure-
at art other than that.
Yeah, it still has AI art. Like, you can tell. Why bother lying when you're just using the default settings?
Yeah, I don't know. And then they have an obviously AI-made song, and I'm like, it's based on The World Is Not Enough. This sounds nothing like that song. So I don't know why they even did it.
Like, seriously, go watch the trailer. Look at that art. How could you lie for even 1 second about it?
This is how artists draw things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that I meant the proof.
Right, the comparison image they made is like, oh, this is our process.
Oh my god, they made it. Okay, I don't.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
it's up
cow
a little
image
bit.
thing.
It's in the channel. It's just up a little bit. As a cow.
That thing.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, this was their proof.
Okay, well, we've all been thoroughly debunked. I disagree with my co-host. There's simply no way that this is AI. We've all been proven wrong. So, you know, just pack it up. Jesus Christ.
Oh, the 3D render process. Can you give us a different angle?
No.
And
Anyways,
they still had
the
to draw extra shit on it to make it look even remotely correct.
Did you
So,
see the comments
what's
from the
the point?
creator of James Bond?
No.
No.
Less than thrilled about it.
I
The
think
quote
the most
is,
hideous-
I hate almost everything they do with a passion. He was like, yeah, they got my name involved with what they made, and then I found out who they really were, and I fucking hate them for it.
Wow.
Yeah, I bet. I think the absolute most hideous thing is their AI recreations of the Pond Girls,
Uh-huh.
which I put into the Big Think channel.
This is rough.
That is one of the most hideous. Like, how can you, as a sapient human being, be like, that looks good enough, we can put that in our thing? Probably because you're not an artist, you're a marketer. That's all AI lets these people do, is let marketers think they're artists and therefore ruin everything.
Uh-huh.
God, did you see the what was it? The Supergirl thing where it was them clearly using an AI to make images for Lobo's design? Yeah, I think we talked about that last week.
No.
We talked about that on like I think the stream.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that shit was wild. One of the best commentaries I saw about it was like, yep. Having a commentary about how they just have ideas, guys, burning all this fucking time instead of letting an artist just fucking handle it. Yes, we're gonna pretend the stream didn't crash or anything.
Wow.
Fucking James Pond.
It's fucking James Bond.
Yeah, no, I'm honestly surprised that the original creator wasn't involved.
No, he's pretty not thrilled about it. I would love to get that quote for you, but you know, the tablet was in crashed when the whole computer turned on.
Whoa, crazy.
I
Oh,
told y'all that original sprite was haunted.
Turns out the creator of James Bond also helped create Medieval. Or Medieval.
Right.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, he has a pretty big diatribe about how much they fucking suck.
Cool.
What is next, Chris?
Okay, so 2XKO is active development in December. You'll still be able to play it. They're making all heroes free. They're making all cosmetics free. They're refunding everything everybody spent, unless you inexplicably spend money on it after today.
Yeah, I believe they're putting up a $40 thing with all of the cosmetic stuff. Which is
okay.
But this is going to go offline completely, and we almost know that for certain.
Well, they said not, they didn't say it's going offline in the immediate future, so
Right. No, not immediately.
And some of those skins were $20.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it had the
Yeah,
Riot Games pricing for skins and stuff.
Like, this is as simple as that they expected a traditional fighting game to do a lot better than traditional fighting games not named Mortal Kombat do.
Yeah, no, and Mortal
they would
Kombat
do better than
succeeds.
Mortal Kombat. Absolutely.
And Mortal Kombat succeeds because it's a legacy IP and they spend a lot of money on the very cinematic story mode. Hey, guess what they didn't do with this game at all?
And they have the meathead gore factor.
Yeah. I feel like if they spent a shitload of money, they actually still could have done pretty well if they had a story mode with these characters, because
Yeah, almost certainly.
yeah, League had
Instead it's
spin-offs that trade on the quality of their characters.
like this has produced yet another wave of FGC guys crashing out about fighting games not being there being no secret trick to making fighting games as popular as Fortnite.
Yeah, no, that doesn't exist.
But like they're getting really snitty about people saying that the game failed because it's too complicated, and I'm like, that probably was part of it, considering that the primary audience for this game should have been people who don't play fighting games. Like, I'm not saying you have to like you hired the Rising Thunder devs, a game that is pretty simple and has universal overheads and one button supers and one button moves. And then you made a tag fighter that seems to have a lot of reliance on assist mechanics.
Yeah, which are genuinely more complicated than a regular fighting game.
To the extent even Pat Stares At, I think, said something to the effect of, yeah, I had to practice a lot and still don't really get it. I can't see a casual player getting this. Like, man, they made this but canceled the Smash clone they were thinking about making. They should have made the League Smash clone. That probably would work.
Man, I wonder if this would have done better just as a regular game. I guess if it releases a regular game, then we wouldn't be sitting here like, oh, they're going to delete everything and take the servers down. Something.
Yeah, one, that. Two, like, I don't know, it didn't have enough players for that. Like, it didn't have enough characters for that at launch. They would have had to make more characters before it could even come out.
I suspect that basically everything coming out this year, because they fired everyone at the beginning of the year anyway. They fired like half the staff.
Fired half the people.
I suspect almost everything coming out this year was almost done before they.
Yeah, that is almost certainly true. But that still only brings us up to 15 characters. That's still low.
That is still pretty low, but it's not like devastatingly low. Like, you could launch a game of 15 characters, and that's okay. That's accepted, I think. But
yeah, like they probably. The big problem is, guys. Yeah, it is a tag fire. It's like, guys, why did you think that League of Legends fans would want to hop on a tag fighter anyway? You held on to this, like, this hope, even after every single one of those single player games you made failed. Even after you had to write off the card game you made, Runeterra, because people fell out of it. Although that apparently was... That game seemingly broke their mind because it was actually really generous to free players, so it didn't make a lot of money, so it ruined all of their monetization forever, I think. I think you can directly draw a line from Runeterra to them saying, like, we're not letting you get free skins anymore. Two people were too satisfied with that. But also, it's like, how many people are going to stop playing League of Legends to play this other game, even if it's League of Legends related?
Right, in a way, in a sense, that makes them even less likely to leave League of Legends to play it, right?
Yeah. Like, we saw this, like, people have talked about this. When a big game comes out, or a big test, like network test or something happens, every game on Steam loses players. Except Dota 2. And I have to assume it's probably similar for League.
It was really surprising. It's like yet another of a billion experiences with this. Running Big Thing to mention, where it's like, we've reported that this is inevitable 3 times. I saw others of you talk about this, and yet people were still like, oh my god, they're shutting it down. It's like, guys, did you not remember less than a month ago, they put a thing up on GitHub accidentally where the commented out code says this game is on track to shut down.
There's that. And like, if if the team for a service game starts getting reduced, it's over.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't. How are you supposed to like fight yourself out of a hole without resources?
Yeah, we had so many different layers of this is super hard confirmed. This was inevitable.
Yeah, like the moment they fired half the team in January, it was over. Like, I don't.
Right.
People acted like that was, oh, you're crazy if you think it's over because of that. It's like, no, clearly we weren't.
Yeah, it didn't do well in the first 2 weeks. That was enough for them to shut it down, basically. Like they took the step to start that.
In chat, that makes them shit talking Under Night even sadder now. It sure does.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
I chalk that up to them being insane because they knew it was shutting down. Like they could, like even if they didn't know, they knew.
They definitely knew by then.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Shit, they knew before they shipped because of the standards that had been placed on them that made itself evident before it even came out.
Yeah,
but yeah,
no, like if they thought about this and like targeted a smaller audience and maybe went less big on every front, maybe it could have worked out. But it trying to like them thinking this could be another pillar of their company is insane.
Well, the fact that it took 10 years to come out proves that that management was way too involved with it.
Oh yeah. God, Rising Thunder was so much cooler. Just giant fighting robots.
I am really the only part of this I'm excited for is the postmortem. I want to see one of the devs being like, "Oh, well, I'm out of the gaming industry now. I guess I can just drop everything."
Yes.
And there we go. That's
But
it
honestly, like, we're having another like, what could have saved this talk? And it's like, I don't think anything could have. It was an inherently a doomed proposition.
Right. No, it's for
Like
what,
the only thing that could have
Riot
saved it
Games wants
was
is the biggest thing. So
yeah. Like there was no way this was
no.
going to work.
No, it's a fighting game. Like no matter how much simpler you made it, I don't think that would have helped.
And,
still
and
be a
maybe
fighting game.
maybe we're learning that free to play just isn't a structure that fighting games that work for fighting games.
Yeah, it's hardly a structure that works in general. Like you basically are pulling the lottery and hoping.
Yeah.
That you were the chosen one.
Yeah, there's a reason that all the more successful service-y things that have come out in the past couple of years you've had to pay money.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You had to pay money, but not much for a lot of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
like-
Helldivers and Pell World and stuff.
Having a better name wouldn't have helped. Making the game simpler,
hurt.
honest, it wouldn't have hurt.
It would
But
Right.
it wouldn't have changed the outcome. The game being simpler wouldn't have changed the outcome. Having more characters might have changed the outcome a little bit.
Yeah, maybe if you were able to launch with half the roster of Real League or something insane,
Mm-hmm.
which is probably what they should
But
be
yeah, it's
shooting
like-
for, like some ludicrous
they-
number and have much
yeah,
simpler characters.
yeah, they could have much simpler characters. Perhaps normal attacks and special attacks, and the normal attacks are just one button in a direction, and then the special attacks are just one button in a direction, and maybe you can press a shoulder button to have some kind of shield to block attacks.
Ah.
Hmm.
Or if not that, then just look at how simplified King of Fighters characters are.
Mm-hmm.
And even the newer ones of those, like, that's probably the fidelity you want to shoot for. You don't want to go crazy.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what they pictured happening because this was set up so long ago
Mhm.
that they didn't even really have any huge fighting game successes to point to at the time, like other than NetherRealm.
Yeah, no, it's funny that they started working on this like 10 years ago.
Like, I don't even think Tekken 7 was out yet.
No.
So they would have had Street Fighter 5, which landed so soft Pokken outsold it in its launch month. And Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is like, bro, just so strange.
Yeah, it's bizarre that it took this long, and it probably is just nothing but meddling. as we
Uh-huh.
talked
And
about
honestly,
earlier.
with the way fighting games are structured now, like, nobody's going to play more than one or two.
Mhm.
Like, you might have super sickos who play a bunch, but it's like with all the DLC things, they can only really play one or two.
Right.
Like, I have trouble conceiving of the person who's, all in on Street Fighter, buys all the DLC, all in on Tekken, buys in all the DLC, all in on Strive, buys all the DLC. That seems like a very unlikely a very rare person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyways, let's move on. We've
Okay,
talked so
that's all
much
the horrible
about
news.
2XKO. Yeah, that's why we're back on this. What's on?
One thing before we move on completely.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 6 once again wins by doing nothing.
It's so easy for Street Fighter 6. Jesus. So interesting news this week.
Mm.
You may have missed it. Microsoft no longer lists digital sales to either the US based tracking systems or the European one.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing suspicious there.
Nope. Nothing at all. So as they phrased it, Microsoft is no longer a digital panel participating publisher. And people also noted Microsoft also left the GSD in Europe. So, hey, remember when they stopped announcing how many sales their console was getting?
Yeah.
And that was because their console stopped selling?
It's really weird they can just do this.
Well, yeah, there's no governing body that mandates that you have to list how many sales a game gets on your platform. Even though
Well, they're going to shut the division down soon, so
honestly,
might as well
yes,
get out ahead of it.
I heard someone say earlier this week, there's no way they don't ship the next Xbox. And I'm like, with Asha there
already
actually
hedged
totally
on
is.
it.
Yeah.
Asha literally, like, they're not good. They pretty much just came out and just flat out said, we're not shipping a $1,500 PC Xbox.
But what if they did? And so obviously that'll happen. But yeah, no, Asha's in the house. Anything's fucking possible. This division really is just looking more and more like it's going to shut down.
Yeah.
Like allegedly even Sony is kicking the PS6 back a year or two, or even 3.
Yeah, we were hearing like
and
a year
you
or two,
think,
yeah.
And you think that Xbox is going to ship a piece of, like, a super PC Xbox next year?
Or ever?
Or, yeah, it's a possible never. This shit's insane. Again, my brilliant strategy that I espoused back in 2020 of don't make a new console for 10 years would have gotten your ass through this flawlessly, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
My face.
I'm just now getting warnings on my phone about the weather. It's like, bro.
That broke my face tracking.
Going.
That broke my face tracking just now. It popped up with the flash flood warning on my phone at the same time. Thank you. I didn't know it was raining. I'm completely deaf and cannot feel the ground shaking. It's pretty rough out here, chat. We're gonna have to take a boat to fucking Cookout. Yeah, so that's pretty interesting that they aren't gonna list digital sales on their platform anymore. That's
You know, everybody bitches about people bringing up Steam charts, and it's like, make these motherfuckers be like movies and tell me exactly how much a game sold in a live updater.
Yeah. No,
like, if you want people to stop bringing up Steam charts, you need to go to these motherfuckers and have them stop doing everything in their power to hide how much their games are selling from their own investors because they know they'll kill them.
Yeah. Right. You'd think that with publicly traded companies like this, they would just have to show this stuff.
Like we've already had multiple cases of somebody from a company coming out and saying a game did great, and then in financials like, it lost $100 million. We lost so much fucking money on this. It did so badly. So it's like, how can, like, I can't even believe, and people still get mad at me when I say, when a game says we have X amount of players.
Yep.
Yeah.
That signals to me that they don't have an impressive number of sales.
Yeah.
Right.
For example, Ubisoft listed players for almost every game for several years. Then Black Flag 4 Resynced came out, and they suddenly had a number they could say sales for.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, it's worth noting that 007 First Light game just hit 4 million copies sold. Sold, because that's a real number we can show you, and it's good. Games all the time.
We don't just need to worry about sales anymore. It's all about engagement.
No, it isn't.
That definitely makes us money, and that's where we can fight with Facebook. Because we've lost our mind.
Bob, they're not fighting with Facebook. Facebook's dead and in the earth. Facebook itself is dying. They're fighting TikTok and
That's
porn.
true. They're fighting TikTok.
They're fighting
And
TikTok
DraftKings.
and porn and DraftKings. This
Well,
is
there's
what
an
they
easy
say.
solution. We've already put gambling into the video games. Just
Right.
start putting more porn in them.
Yes, genuinely,
Why not?
like fight fire with fire, you stupid conservative,
getting-
horrible fucking
we're getting
censorship
there.
nightmare.
Not from
fucking-
any, not from any real company, but from indies. We're getting there. People are making real games that are also pornography.
Yeah, and good for them, but that means they can't ship on certain platforms, and that sucks.
I wonder if when Sony gets their teeth kicked in Europe over the monopoly thing, if that'll also change. Like, obviously, if they have to let a different store on,
Mm-hmm.
they have to be less strict. Like, they can't personally approve of everything that comes on their platform anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting to think about. Much to think about.
Much to think about. Anyways, let's go to Aggro for news. Aggro?
This is not in the industry burning down section because it is not canceled yet. Horizon Hunter's Gathering has been rebooted. They're ripping out all the live service stuff.
Wow.
It's, oh man, tale as old as Jim Ryan.
Mm-hmm. I can't believe it. I thought this game would go great.
Apparently, they are reacting to negative player feedback.
Yeah, I hear that that test did not go well.
Wow, you mean a studio that's never made a game like that before can't make a game like that people like? Huh.
Crazy.
That definitely hasn't happened over 12 times in the past 5 years alone.
Thank you, Jim Ryan.
You're welcome. Guerrilla has apparently told staff that they have till December to impress Sony and PlayStation executives.
They're fucked.
That's dead.
They have already moved a bunch of devs off of this project to, according to the Polygon article, a project with a similar deadline.
That's bizarre.
So they might have two things canceled by December.
right?
That-
So it's like,
So that has to were they making a second Horizon service game?
maybe. Because Jason Schreier said earlier, most of the staff was working on this. They were not working on Horizon 3.
Yeah, like he said, Horizon 3 is still years and years away.
So yeah, they might have been.
I'll translate this for weeaboos who don't know anything about Horizon or mainstream gaming. Imagine if, instead of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth being out next year, we found out they were shipping Final Fantasy VII, The First Soldier, and the entire team was working on it, and that would be out in 2 more years. And after that came out, they could start making Final Fantasy VII Revelation.
It's basically that. Yeah.
That's what they did.
They're very smart.
Instead of Resident Evil 9, we're going to have those people make Resident Evil Reverse for 4 years.
I look forward to coming back not until December and talking about this in the industry burning down.
I
Yeah.
bet we find out something about
Fantastic.
it before December. I'll be a
Yeah,
little
it's like-
surprised if it even makes it to then.
You didn't make it into the beta, did you, Aggro?
No, I did not, which was
Okay.
criminal.
It
Yeah.
was. You're their strongest soldier.
Seriously, at what point do we just get live leak footage of Herman Hulse being put into the Bronze Bowl? Like,
I wonder how much longer Herman Hulse is lasting.
God, I hope not
Everything
that
with
long.
Sony right now is so.
I feel like
dire.
if this gets canned, like
That'll be
unless
it,
they're
right?
they have real faith in fair games, which might have already been canceled. They sure allegedly renamed it, and we still haven't seen it.
I
Yeah, we
know,
haven't
right?
seen it since.
Maybe
there has
that's where
been-
the Guerrilla devs have been moved to.
Oh no!
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Maybe we'll find out next week at Gamescom.
I scrolled the quote posts of Jason Schreier talking about this news, delivering this news, and it is
Yeah.
a lot of people being like, "Yeah, I was in the playtest. It was terrible."
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people saying that.
Yeah.
I'm still not entirely sure what kind of game it was. Was it just Monster Hunter?
People
I
are
don't
saying
know.
it is kind of Monster Hunter style multiplayer.
And a
But
lot
it's
of them were
very
saying that
life
each match was
servicey.
like way too long.
A lot of people I heard, I saw time were saying, "Low, it's like Night Rain."
Oh,
Huh.
okay.
Because you have these hero classes, and I
Mhm.
guess you can get stuff. And it's like, man, the fuck were you thinking? You weren't. That's the
No, they
that's the
weren't.
answer.
No, they were doing what they were told.
Yes.
Yeah, which is the opposite.
Make it look
of
like
thinking.
Genshin, and also this other popular game that's going right now, like Night Rain.
Ugh. Yeah, excited to hear about it later this year.
Yeah.
Sure.
So Warren Spector has
Yeah.
announced his retirement from game development.
Oh,
Probably.
Yeah? Oh, probably.
he made a
Freaking
LinkedIn post.
Miyazaki over here. I'm retired from animation.
Right.
No, you aren't. You're gonna
Freaking-
die before that happens.
God, what was the first time Miyazaki said this was his last animated movie?
I
Was it
think with
Mononoke?
Ponyo? Oh god, it might have been Mononoke.
He said, quote, "Let me cut right to the chase. I'm retiring from game development. At least I think so. I've been here before and changed my mind, but this time I'm pretty sure I mean it." He went on to talk about how, like, yeah, I've got like three other games that like I kind of want to make, but game development is very different now and it's not fun anymore, and I kind of just want out.
Yeah,
Yep.
he was involved in that stealth theft-based games recently, right?
Yeah.
That thief-like game. Yeah, like accurate, but
Theft-based.
that's it's a strand type.
Yes.
Yeah, that kind of said. I kind of have the impression of like he's like, I can't get any funding for anything that isn't some multiplayer bullshit anymore. I'm out.
Mm.
Yeah. I intended to try that game that he worked on. Thick as Thieves. Okay, it's $5
Oh wow, really?
with mostly negative reviews.
Oh
Yeah, it's
oh, wow,
$5,
really?
and they're like, we'll release more content as DLC. You have to buy, but you can get in for $5. And everybody's like, this doesn't feel like you were you just made it wrong.
Wow. Let's go to Bob, or actually, Bob, your news is enormous. Let's go to Chris
is.
for good news.
Okay, Kingdom Hearts 4 is real.
Wow.
It's real. We already knew it was real, but
Wow.
it's more real now.
Wow.
It will include the world of Coco.
Wow.
Whoa. I haven't
you
seen
will
that
pl-
one.
Yeah.
You will play as not Jesse. Well, we're gonna have to restart an old podcast, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Will include the world. You will be able to play as Mickey, Donald, and Goofy. Mickey seems to be some Clank-like alternate gameplay method where he's like going into paper art and becoming 2D and controlling a big paper craft Mickey
Mm-hmm.
to break through barriers. Donald and Goofy seem to just be themselves, but you're actually playing them for once because Sora isn't with them.
Yeah, I have to wonder if we're going to be able to switch to them on the fly once they do reunite.
What do you
I
mean
wonder if they'll
reunite?
even reunite before. Yeah, I wonder if they'll
We
got to
leave that up in
before,
the air.
very
This
end
is
of
the
the
start
game.
of a new
I
trilogy.
mean, they showed them their designs for Coco World.
Yeah, but it
I guess
could
always be right behind. That
yeah,
would be
you
it
cool.
play
could be like
Kingdom
Dream
Hearts
Drop.
3. You know we're capable of being just behind an important story event.
I mean, it could, like they made Dream Drop distance already.
That's true.
But that's a portable one that's intentionally smaller. So
They made
yeah,
Birth
it'd be
by
really
Sleep
cool.
as well.
I would love to play a game where I'm Sora with other people from other places and Donald Goofy are not there. Even if I had to play Donald Goofy alone separately, that would be interesting and different.
Yeah, Sora's gonna walk up to a fucking bucket, and the bucket's like, "Oh, I'll help you out, Sora. Actually, no, I'll only help Donald and Goofy alone." And then Sora has to leave. And then Donald and Goofy
Now
come up in Donald's and Goofy's backpack.
Now I'm just imagining the utter clown shoes of Donald and Goofy are in Star Wars alone.
Sora never gets to be in Star Wars.
Oh my
Not
God,
with
yes.
not
And
with
then like
them, at
their
least.
world costumes are C-3PO and R2-D2.
Yeah!
It's like Donald Duck doing clicks and whistles in the duck voice somehow.
with the beak sticking out of the R2D2 unit.
Yes. Yeah, he
I'm
looks
still
like
waiting for-
Disco Duck. We make
Yes.
we make an R2 unit out of fucking Disco Duck. Fuck yeah.
I feel like there's no way we don't find out that Zootopia is in this, even if that would be like the largest work on the models they'd have to do.
I mean,
At least for Sora.
They just put in Coco. If they don't put in Zootopia, I will be mind blown.
That's like the most successful movie Disney has made in forever.
Coco or Zootopia?
Zootopia.
Yeah, that's what I'm
saying.
saying.
Zootopia 2 made like a psychotic amount of money.
Yeah. Also, I'm not sure if you knew this. People like Zootopia. You should put it in.
like
I did just say it made it a shit zillion dollars. 1.8 billion.
That's all.
Wow.
Doomsday is definitely going to make more than that, right?
How many characters are furries?
I have bad news. Beast from X-Men.
Beast?
Yeah, I was like, only Beast. I don't think that's enough pulled
I don't
in.
even think we're getting
we don't know.
Nightcrawler, so the furries
Yeah, we
won't be
do.
happy
Yeah, we
even
are.
still.
Yeah, we are. Alan
Are we?
Cummings has been like, yeah, I'm in there. I'm 60, by the way. They're having me do the Nightcrawler pose in front of green screens.
Nice.
My
Dude's
back
gonna take off
hurts.
his mask and be a cat man.
The Avengers portal is going to open up, and all the characters from the universe where that Spider Ham is from are going to come through. So you'll have like Captain America Carrot
Oh my god.
and Iron Duck.
Jesus.
Oh, then get Howard the Duck in there. He's a Marvel character.
They teased him forever ago in Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
It's true.
Yeah, but now James Gunn is gone, so it'll never happen.
Right? Unless it already happened in Guardians 3 and I haven't seen it.
That game is coming out late 2027, and they have repeatedly said, like, we see you making jokes about it being 2028. No, it'll actually be 2027.
All right.
I
will believe you.
I will not hold my breath. I want to believe you, but I can't. I physically cannot.
It is a
Yeah,
long
it's-
time
it's
to announce
honestly-
the release date in advance of. Like, that gives them at most 16 months.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
So-
it's just the fact that, like, this isn't even about Square Enix. At this point, if a company announces the release date of a game that's been in development for a while, you're completely safe just adding 6 months.
Mhm.
Yeah, statistically, that's how game development's going right about now. But, you know, they haven't been slighting a whole lot at Square. But again, it's really bold to sit there and have it and be announced 16 months in advance. When's the last time anyone did that? Just went, oh yeah, it's definitely happening in this range that is at most 16 out. I don't even know.
I do wonder if it is because they definitely want to release a physical disc and they won't be able to if it's in early 2028.
Oh, fucking.
Oh.
That's absolutely it.
I assume this falls into a similar category is the Final Fantasy games, where it's a much older audience that actually does still purchase discs, and that's like a decent percentage.
Well,
like,
there's
not
also still a huge child contingent that buy Kingdom Hearts because it has Disney shit in it.
Oh yes.
Also
But-
worth noting, other countries have a much higher attachment of physical versus digital. The United States is the only one that's insanely skewed in the favor of digital.
Of course.
Because
It's almost like this
convenience
was a bad
is
decision, and every media guy being a glib cunt about it should fucking slam their head in a door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's fucking absurd how much it's like, I'm going to pretend my lifestyle is the only one that exists because I know a bunch of Americans who are exactly like me and no other countries exist. Every other country's disintegrating every pillar of infrastructure for the sake of convenience, just like us, right?
Man, we need to get Sony all the way out of the United States.
Yep.
Don't worry, I feel like that's going to inevitably happen.
The new HQ, China.
Probably.
That would
I
be
take it.
awesome. I mean, I like PlayStation. I just didn't expect it to be so Chinese. That would be fucking hilarious.
So listen, this Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer put a bad thing into my head, and we're all happy I can't draw.
Okay.
Good.
Every day of my life.
They were doing those sections where, you know, like you're controlling Mickey and he goes into the 2D sections. And like my brain did the obvious bad joke of like, oh, you know, like it's a Sonic game. Oh, these shitty 2D sections they keep adding, they're so bad. And then it immediately leapt to Mickey Mouse is classic Mickey, and my brain conjured an image of the proportions of
exists.
modern Mickey. Is that a thing?
People have drawn that many times. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's vile.
Like if you Google Sonic Mickey Mouse, you will almost certainly find at least some of them.
I don't want to Google those two things together. One of them's going to be pregnant.
They also announced an animated show for Disney Plus.
Yes, they did. This shit's airing on TV, so they're actually going to try.
Wow.
We don't know anything about it other than it will star new characters, but also feature characters that you love from the games. And it is unclear if they mean actual characters from the games or if they will also go to Disney Worlds in this show.
Yeah, do you mean that, or do you mean Disney's Hercules and Disney's Aladdin?
Huh.
They showed the art of announcing this as just one new character.
Yeah.
Who I thought had long hair, and I was like, hell yeah, I'm all for this Kingdom Hearts character with long hair. And it's like, no, they have a coat that has like a fur collar that is really similar to their hair, and I'm like, I am less excited.
Yeah, they have like one of those, like they have like a cool Nordic barbarian type coat, I guess.
Yeah.
What if this is actually Squall after he gets his Keyblade?
Wow.
Wow.
That'd be great. I would love more Square Enix shit in these.
Yeah, no, they so desperately lacking.
I don't really count on it though, because Kingdom Hearts 3 sold better than any Final Fantasy made before since 10.
Yeah, because Final Fantasy
Fell off hard.
Yep, you sure made a lot of bad ones in a row.
They can't seem to fix it. They can't seem to fucking get it together.
They'll fix it this next time because they flushed all of their fucking development going on. That's the thing I'm excited about, chat. I don't know shit about any games from Square after Kingdom Hearts 4. We don't know any big titles at all.
I honestly wonder if it's even in development yet, or if they have like a small pre-production team and they're waiting for 7 Revelation to come out and be like, fucking get on it.
Yeah, no, I honestly hope it is just you move that same team and you go make a new one.
Yeah.
You could have it be a different team as long as it was turn-based. Did you know that's one of the perks of a game being turn-based is that amateurs can make it?
It's true. That definitely helps.
I mean,
did you see that shit with Shuhei Yoshida that he said this week?
No.
He was like, yeah, I advised the team behind Expedition 33 to not call it a turn-based RPG because people don't like those.
Well, he was there heading Sony during 7th Gen in Japan reading the shit coming out of America. I understand him not knowing that the tone changed at any point.
But he also said, like, yeah, after that game was really successful, publishers started accepting pitches for turn-based games again.
Good!
They're so stupid. Everyone in the management level of gaming is so stupid.
This is exactly what they're talking about when they tell you representation matters, okay, chat? It's about representations of product I want. Thank you. Yes, cheese. Fill everything with cheese. Make turn-based RPGs. That's representation, right?
Yeah, we need to go back to the PS1 where if you wanted a game that had a story in it, it had to be a turn-based RPG. And this is fucking insane.
Uh-huh.
The U.S. military, if you re-enlist, is offering a special 4-day pass for you to play GTA 6 when it comes out. If you give them 2 to 6 more years of your life.
Disgusting.
This is a Futurama bit.
It really is.
Yeah, it is.
It'll be extra bad when it's like, oh yeah, the game got delayed, so you got 4 days off at random in December. Thanks for re-listing.
Bob, it could be worse than that. It could be, oh, the game came out. It completely annihilated Sony's online infrastructure for 4 days. You couldn't download it.
Yeah.
Because, like, even with preloading, they're gonna have to be moving 250 times 20 million, at least. So 5 billion gigs of data have to move across their network in one day.
Yeah, and how does this work? Do they ship you back to like someplace with good internet, or do you just have to? You get 4 days off in whatever random place you are, and you can't even download it.
It's like the Homer Donut thing. If they don't finish the 4 days for technical reasons, they don't go into the military. They're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't join the service. I didn't get my 4 full days." Huh? This is insane. Someone asked, how is this not in the industry burning down? This is insane military recruitment shit. That's not the industry.
This isn't the gaming industry. This is the U.S. government.
Right? Like if Sony had gone to the Department of Defense and said, hey, we need you to buy like 8 million copies of this game to offer as a sign-on bonus to help prop up this industry, that would have gone in the industry burning down segment.
And as far as we know, they didn't do that. However,
yeah, I wouldn't put it past them. Both sides will take any bribe. Any way that they can make money, they'll do it.
They'll do it. We now move to Bob for news. Hey, Bob.
Hey.
I hear you've got news and some of it is good.
I wrote down a lot of news. If anyone sees something in here they want to talk about instead of me, just go for it.
I'll take the first one. Castlevania Grimoires of Souls is being delisted. It's removed as of today from Apple Arcade and service ends in 2 weeks. Never mind, chat. Friday stream is Grimoire of Souls, baby.
We got to get in there.
We got to get in there. We need some good quality footage of that game.
It's so depressing that they keep making these and they don't. Like, I hope this gets a second life somewhere else because the art they made for it is really great. It feels terrible to play because it's a mobile game.
Yeah. Technically, by the way, this would be a third life. Because the first life is when it launched normally and crashed. The second life was Apple Arcade. I think it was out in other regions before it launched in the US and crashed completely.
Yeah, it came out in Canada only, and I think other regions, but never hit the US for that version.
Yeah.
And then the Apple Arcade version happened, and now we just have to hope they do something else.
Everyone famously has an exit strategy after Apple Arcade game shut down. Famously.
Man, I'm looking at this footage. It also just doesn't look very good.
It's not. That's the fun part.
Right. Like, I think that there's some neat art, but other than that, it's like,
yeah, it's really good art. Sonic the Hedgehog and Crash Bandicoot are coming to Fortnite, and they look absolutely fucking ass, like unreal levels of ass. How is this possible?
Yeah, no, it's. I wonder how much AI was involved with their redesigns. They wouldn't do that though, would they?
No, they wouldn't do. They wouldn't do that.
They're honorable.
Well, yeah, it's Fortnite. No, this is bad even for those.
Have you seen Knuckles?
Is.
Knuckles?
Knuckles has like tiny hands, tiny human-sized hands.
Oh, that must look so fucking wrong. 1 second, I'm getting it.
He does. Just make them huge and not care that they clip through shit.
Holy God. Sweet fucking Jesus. Look at my man, chat. What happened? He seems so unhappy. He's so
This
tall.
just looks like it reminds me of like the costumes people wear when they do like a Pretty Cure stage show that have the anime girl helmets.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Like it's that for Sonic. Why the fucking greebles? Why the shoulder pad and the belt and the lights on the gloves?
People are saying that these are robots of them, but that looks terrible. Why do it?
It's fine. It's fine that this is the Knuckles you get
so they made it
like
it's
a robot.
Yeah, I don't care that they have an excuse for it to look like shit. You should have made it not look like shit.
Yeah, I think our point here is that it looks
excuse.
like shit.
Right. It looks terrible. I don't know what else to say here.
That is not like artistically bad looking. That is bad art.
It's if there already wasn't enough reasons to not play Fortnite, consider quitting the habit. I know it's basically like being addicted to cigarettes or something, but you might need to quit.
I don't know, Bob. I saw that trailer for, I think, Overdrive, and when they showed all the video game characters, I was like, wow, a video game with video game characters? My dream has come true. I realized I needed to get back into Fortnite.
See, I wouldn't worry too much about it, Bob, because as evidenced by Tim Sweeney slowly crashing out, it's pretty obvious that people are stopping playing Fortnite.
Oh yeah, no, it's clearly on the downturn.
God, how will that affect the industry?
Brace yourselves, everyone.
Crash Bandicoot.
Long Crash is real awful. I hate him.
Hmm.
Why is he part of the Arcane League of Legends set?
What?
Part of the Arcane League of Legends? What? No, that can't
right there on the right on the text.
Yeah, I see it. What the fuck's that about? That has to be an edit. That is the real image from the trailer.
Maybe it's like switching really fast and it hadn't switched to that.
Yeah, I think they just took it from the trailer one moment and just edited into that. It's okay though. We don't have to talk about that. We can talk about other cool Fortnite characters they're adding from famous video games. Such as Mega Man.
Oh God.
Why does it say that again? Is this also edited?
I guess.
Does this shit happen when they data leak it?
Oh yeah, maybe that's what happened. Maybe that's how it looks when someone's leaked it out.
Yeah, that may be a part of it.
Yeah, I bet that's it.
But yeah, why not just, if you need to have that proportions, just make Mega Man X instead? What are you doing?
We couldn't figure that out. We don't know what that is. Look at how cool he looks.
God, he's so wrong.
Looks like a How to Train Your Dragon character.
I would take Mega Man from the cover art of 1 over this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Box art Mega Man would be a funny bit if Mega Man was alive when they did it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's move on. I'll let you continue.
The American cartoon looked better than that.
It's true, it did. Also, can I just say, in the next Sonic game, they should go a little darker. Eggman should deploy a tactical nuke on Green Hill Zone, so we never have to see it in anything ever again.
Okay, but there needs to be 2 suspiciously tower-shaped objects in there too.
Sure. Also, the funniest thing in this Fortnite trailer to me is the Jazz Jackrabbit backpack, like in the Gaming Legends trailer. Like, yeah, sure, bro thinks he's on the team.
Right? I guess I'll take the next one of these stories.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Terranox Games, the developer of Stonks 9800, which is like it's somewhat of a meme game, but it's a stock adjusting game that has like 80s anime style women. They've ported several games to PlayStation before.
Yeah, they're a publisher of a large number of small, like really small games.
Yeah, really small indie games. They apparently had their license to like publish on PlayStation revoked without any like messaging with Sony, any way to recontact them to figure out what happened or why. So all their games are being delisted.
Die, Sony.
Yeah, disgusting. And they just have a whole thread on their Twitter of like, here's this game. I ported it like this. I added all these cool PlayStation exclusive features for the controller stuff. It's going to be gone in like 2 weeks.
Oh, apparently they just got in contact with Sony today.
Oh, thank God.
I didn't hear about that. Thank God. Yeah, thank God the entire internet heard about this and started yelling for days. So then Sony had to, I don't know, conduct business reasonably.
Yeah, this is vile that this keeps happening. Like, Sony has now turned it to YouTube. This is something YouTube does.
Yep.
Like, and people rightfully rag on Valve for this kind of thing. It's like every other company became worse.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So that's good. At least it's being resolved.
Yeah,
Sucks it ever
maybe.
happened though.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
shouldn't
maybe.
have ever happened.
Like the new contact might just be them getting sent a picture of a middle finger.
It sounds like it's getting restored.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm willing to bet that since Sony decided they would be cracking down on shovelware, I'm going to guess that the person in charge of that isn't a person.
Yeah, they probably just accidentally also flagged this, thinking that these games were equivalent to Jumping Chicken Nugget.
We're almost definitely that's what's occurred here. Yeah.
So you gotta have the only thing that can stop a bad guy with AI is a good guy with AI.
Control Resonance has gone gold.
Woo.
Also, we're delaying the physical release till October 15th. The regular game still comes out September 24th. What? The game's done in gold. What?
Ship a game on disc challenge. Impossible.
I guess they had a production problem or something.
Right? Like most cynical read, this is intentional to try and scoop up as many double dips as they can.
You need longer than 3 weeks to get that, I think.
Some people want it there at launch instantly, and then they'll buy the physical down the road significantly.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait.
Right? Like, you should have just delayed the whole thing. Because if you're delaying it for some, like, oh, you want a post-launch patch that's going to be on the disc, hey, the people buying it at launch would want that too. The digital purchases, they want to have a game that's going to be functional and good.
Well, maybe like the digital version can have the update, but then why couldn't the physical version get it? That's stupid.
Right?
But it's like, sorry, Remedy. I will now buy it in November when it's on sale.
Yeah. Ninja Baseball Batman, the beat 'em up from 1993, is getting a re-release in December this year. It's called Ninja Baseball League Man Bases Loaded Edition.
It also has a new playable character. It has a girl who is a cheerleader that's human looking and is clearly visually inspired by 70s tokusatsu heroines who, unlike the male characters who had full body suits, is like a helmet with an exposed lower nose and chin and a midriff.
I did not realize she was new. Cool.
I learned about this game from James Rolfe.
Yeah, it's supposed to be an actually really good beat 'em up from back then.
Yeah, it looks really cool. I remember emulating a little bit of it, so it does seem fun.
This is being published by City Connection. A lot of their games have had really bad input lag, so watch out. I wouldn't buy this right away.
Yeah, maybe hear how it is first.
Yeah.
Do
Do you want to cover the hacking group?
The hacker group, Cyber Leak, not like leak like a leaky faucet, more like leak as in a vegetable, is releasing GTA 6 footage as it demands Rockstar releases a physical version of the game. The leaked footage also advertises a cryptocurrency.
Yeah, that's
There it is.
That's also on if you download a DVD screener of a movie that's in theaters. It will also almost always have that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard that sort of thing happened with the Minecraft.
Yeah, that's the only reason I've heard about before.
The version that I watched had that, yeah.
Let's see. Wow, we got big chunks here. Bob, you can do these.
Sure. Phantom Blade Zero had a state of play. I think they eventually turned off the live chat because it was nothing but people yelling about the disc thing. Some people being like, oh, you need to stop whining, and then the rest of them being like, no disc, no buy. And that's relevant for this game specifically because it's not even doing a physical edition, which probably would not have been a big issue before what Sony announced.
Yes. More of a mild disappointment is generally how that goes, like with Alan Wake 2.
Right, exactly. It wasn't some huge talking point until Sony made it one.
Yep.
So, yeah, they eventually had to turn off the live chat completely.
Weird.
They first switched to slow mode, and that just became like, this ain't saving you, bro.
No, it's just coming in slower, dog.
But anyway, about the actual game, it still looks pretty cool. They talked about different difficulty levels. They specifically said that easy mode is like very much you can play it for the story. It's that level of easy. And hard mode, which is called Hell Walker, they're supposed to, they say that all the bosses and enemies are retuned and actually will adapt and change tactics as you fight them.
Oh, cool.
Which is really cool. That's the kind of thing I expect from a hard mode that I don't normally get.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then something beyond that that's called 66 days mode, where every time you die, you lose a day, and you have 66 days.
Oh.
Previously, I think this must have been originally more centered to the way the game was made, because in early interviews and stuff, they talked about how there was going to be a 66-day limit, and there is actually a 66-day limit on the guy he's going to die like in 66 days from the outside of the story.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think it is still in the regular mode. Like as you progress through and do things, the days do progress.
Right, but now, previously, it sounded like it was going to be linked to dying, and that was the only way. But now they're like, no, that's a separate mode. I get a lot of lightning here again.
66 days to die.
And then we got to see Donnie Yen say pre-order now in English this time. I believe he said it in Chinese last time.
Awesome! I finally understand and will do.
The creative director, his name is Soulframe, not to be confused with the main character whose name is Soul.
Or that game.
That game from fucking the Tenno people.
I know, right? That must be awkward. It's like, I already really renamed myself. What do you mean they're making a game?
I've seen snippets of interviews with him where he's like, this is not a Souls game. I love Souls games. I didn't make one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, earlier on he was saying stuff about it being more like a traditional Ninja Gaiden and stuff like that. So hopefully that turns out well. I hope this game is good. I'm buying it. Obviously, look at it.
Yeah. Bob?
Yeah.
I think the DOMs hit.
What? Oh, no!
I think they hit. I don't feel so good.
Yeah, no, I thought you start slouching really quickly once we got the news. That was instant.
I'm doing great.
Cool. 50 minutes of Tides of Annihilation gameplay was also released. I didn't get to watch all of it. I only found out about this this morning. So I didn't get to see the whole thing, but I watched the preview that kind of summed up most of it. It's set in some famous London museum, which I don't remember the name of, but it's actually a museum. And you just see a whole bunch of the gameplay of her summoning two knights and using them not just for combat, but also platforming and stuff like that. And this is, for people who probably don't remember, Tides of Annihilation is that game that was based on Arthurian legend, but is modern day.
Looks kind of DMC-like.
Yes, looks very DMC-esque. But you play as a lady. Looks really cool still. It was nice to see a good chunk of the gameplay. It no longer looks kind of like... I know what Aggro, last time they showed this, complained about the boss fight looking like it just almost became nonsense with how much things were happening.
Mm-hmm.
This seemed a lot more down to earth and understandable as to how things were operating.
Yeah, I figured a longer gameplay chunk might chill the hell out.
Yeah, they have some boss fights in this, and I kind of skipped around avoiding the boss fights to see what the regular game looked like.
And the boss takes damage, unlike Lost Soul Aside.
Yes. One of the boss fights they show in here is fighting Anubis, because you go to the Egypt exhibit and then just sucked into a I think they call it the Book of the Dead that's just sitting open there, and you have to fight Anubis. It's really sick.
Sounds awesome.
And something else that got announced, I think, last week, but we didn't cover it. Jennifer English was actually going to voice the main character in this game, and I guess she had to step down due to health reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So that I don't know who's taking over. I don't think they announced that.
Dave Bautista.
Oh, he's got it. You're right.
Yeah, he's got this.
We all know it's going to be Jennifer Hale.
You don't know
It's
that.
always we don't know.
You don't know that.
We know that, but we don't know.
I swear I saw a headline about this earlier today. Is it?
Oh, people are saying it's RE9's Grace?
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
that might have been it.
Wow.
Cool.
Huh.
New voice actors getting jobs. Great.
Yay.
Incredible.
You know, Bob, we forgot to mention during Cyberpunk, people were a little critical of Mr. Keanu's acting chops.
I enjoyed it, but we didn't see that much of it.
It's almost like the primary thing he does in his career is go, whoa.
Yeah, and he gave me that performance, and that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
We also got 15 minutes of Black Myth Zongqi gameplay. I did actually have to watch through all this because it was only 15 minutes.
Wow.
It's still Souls-like the last game. You are playing as some human guy. I hear this is not Zongqi. He looks very different. They showed him in one of the earlier trailers, so I don't know exactly who we're playing. But it still looks very Souls-like, but you're fighting larger groups of enemies, and it seems like since you're a human dude, it does have more grounded, down-to-earth combat. Like a lot more weight behind all the hits. You do a cool parry, like twirly sword thing, like you see in a lot of kung fu movies, and that looked pretty neat. And they also show off some magic. So he shows that like a huge fireball. It kills like 3 guys, and then he sucks it back in and puts it in the sword. I was like, oh, that's really cool. And then they kind of ended off by showing a boss fight against this weird barnacle-covered huge man. And you summon some other dude, and he fights with you. And like they even have choreographed things where it's like both of you guys attacking at once. So it's something more than like, say, a Souls game where you summon in a random NPC. This seems more built out. Oh, right, and there is still a stamina bar because, like I said, it's Souls-esque. I wish I could be more excited for this because it looks really cool, but their last game, they never even like did a patch to make it run well on console. And I don't know if the PC performance ever got decent, but on console it sucked with frame gen on.
Yeah.
And that's not a good look.
No.
And that was Black Myth Zongqi. Did anyone else watch the 18 minutes of Silent Hill Townfall?
I did.
No.
Most
Okay.
of it. I started skipping around near the end.
Yeah, I did a lot of skimming on this one because it was like 18 minutes is a lot for a Silent Hill game where I watched the first 5 and I'm like, you made Silent Hill in first person. That's what you did. I get it.
Yeah.
Well, sort of. You made Silent Hill in first person and added throw the bottle to distract him, stealth behind him sections.
Yes.
Yes, that's right. They made it good.
Mm.
The most unique thing about it seemed like you were carrying around a portable television, like an old school one, and you ran clips on it that gave you hints about where to go next. And I assume your dead wife is talking about you coming back, and you keep watching the clip on repeat to figure out where to go.
It also did a cool thing where it would like play red static and have a direction indicator to where the nearest enemy was, and then when you were pointed directly at it, it would show where their silhouette was in real space.
Yeah, that was cool.
So you could like do that around a corner just to double check where they were on their path. Or through a corner, rather.
Mm-hmm. And for its like bizarre other world that it does, like all the Silent Hills, it seems that the fog in the town turns solid red, and a bunch of pipes appear going across the town, which is a neat look.
That is pretty sick.
Did you have anything else you want to point out about it, Aggro?
The switch from beating these weird things with a piece of lumber to throwing a distraction item and moving behind them made a lot of this gameplay section look boring as hell.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, the vibes are immaculate, but I'm gonna need to see something else.
Yeah, I don't know if we really needed the 18 minutes of uninterrupted gameplay of this one. And even that they like cut out a part I was interested to see what would happen. They cut out how it changed from like regular Silent Hill to the red version. So I don't know.
You know what I know?
What's that?
I know that gamers are going to get really excited because Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis, which is a remake of the first game, has what you crave. That's right. It's got a focus meter, a skill tree, and herb brewing.
Thank God. I just wouldn't want to play it if it didn't have herb
thank
brewing.
Thank God they turned that old game into every single new game.
Yep.
Cargo cult.
Uh-huh. In chat.
It's
Hello,
really funny.
Human services?
You don't understand. The game needs to be 30 to 40 hours long now. It's like, okay, have fun spending too much money and never recouping any of it.
I think it's really funny for them to say this. They cut to the guy who's from Crystal Dynamics to tell you about how he really got into the Tomb Raider series once it added stuff like leveling up. It's like, guys.
My leg feels stronger now.
Uh-huh. I think about it every fucking time. My arms feel stronger now.
Oh yeah, we already talked about Golden Axe cartoon on Paramount Plus, September 16th. Want to hear more about that? We did that at the beginning of the podcast for some reason.
Bob, during a stream, someone told us about, I believe it's a Star Citizen thing, a conference of some sort, like stream they did, and how insane that went. I forgot to look up the information about that in between.
It's funny that I guess Star Citizen is so far out of the regular scope of gaming. I didn't even see it on the news websites I check. Like IGN didn't saw it at all that I saw.
Yeah, that thing is crazy. That was the stream that literally banned Chris Hansen live, right?
What?
That's bizarre. What an incredibly bizarre stream.
What?
Yeah. No, this thing sounds like it was an absolutely fucking nightmare. Chris Roberts? No, chat keeps saying Chris Hansen.
Yeah, that was the Roblox thing.
Streams banned him. Okay, why was the Star Citizen one a nightmare? Or was it a Roblox stream they were talking about the other day? I think maybe it was a Roblox stream. I don't know.
No, I think there was a Star Citizen thing that went bad.
Oh, okay. Well, so we have two major streams going bad. Cool.
Okay, Roblox banned Chris Hansen while he was doing a stream because he's doing some bullshit that's going to incriminate Roblox.
Brilliant.
Yeah, did you we got reported child safety incident numbers from a bunch of gaming platforms this week.
Yep.
Let me whip through them real quick.
Sure.
God. Starting from the bottom, Nintendo with 1. Now, I'm sure they're just not reporting, but I also am willing to believe they're the lowest because they don't let you contact other human beings on their platform.
Mm-hmm.
Xbox, 1,600. Nobody uses Xbox.
Yeah, that's really high considering.
Right.
Sony, 9,000.
That's what?
Roblox, 65,000.
That's a
whole lot of a lot. That's a game.
Now, to be fair, these are nothing compared to social media incidents. For example, Facebook had 4.9 million. It's very funny that Reddit had basically exactly many as Roblox, though.
And then Discord had
And
how
Blue
many?
Sky, 400,000, almost 500,000. Blue Sky only has 5,000 because nobody under 35 uses that website.
Hooray!
We take those.
Thank God. Yeah, so this Golden Axe cartoon looks really promising, Bob. You know, coming to Paramount Plus on the 16th of September. You
Yeah,
excited?
is that what you think?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm not excited, but I will have to watch it, unfortunately.
It's true. Compulsion Games has now completed its return to being an indie studio. Purchases of their games now go to them. Hooray! The actual confirmation we craved. Where did we get this news?
So maybe don't talk about that before they confirm it, because it seems like now, not last week.
When everyone bought it 1 week early. But hey, it's the case now. So now you can buy South of Midnight. You can do that.
You can. It's fine.
You can do that. We'll let you do that.
I'm not recommending you do it. But it no
we
longer
will let
funds
you.
Microsoft.
Yeah. No, that's that's We already talked about Dave Bautista Kratos, right? Or did we not do that this podcast?
Now it's official. It wasn't official till today.
Okay, I meant today. Like, I couldn't remember if us talking about it was live or not live. Okay. Yeah, Dave Bautista is actually going to be Kratos on Amazon. It's happening. Referenced it as a joke. Okay, that explains it. Yeah, no, that shit's happening. So now we got to deal with that. Oh my God, that actor who was originally Kratos.
God.
Man.
Yeah, sucks.
That sucks ass. And Cyberpunk Edge Runners 2 premieres October 20th.
Neat.
Yeah, they put out a new trailer today. Shut off the date for it. So that's cool. I hope that's still good.
Could be good. They could have a second Rebecca.
Yeah, it could be another Rebecca. It could happen.
Yeah. Who knows? Certainly couldn't have predicted Rebecca watching the trailer in the first place for the first one. Wouldn't have been like, yeah, it's going to be the best. Look at her go. Because they probably put all the focus on fucking Lucy. And the main character whose name is real and I could totally remember it.
It is David, right?
Yes. It is. Good job. Good job. I would, I'd give you a nice head pat for remembering that, but as you see, I cannot.
Right. It's no longer Imaishi, but the animation still looks nice. So I'm hopeful.
Chimera says, I'm starting to think Rebecca was the only thing Noel liked about that anime. That's absurd. There are plenty of good things about the Cyberpunk Edge Runners anime, like the visuals and the humor and Rebecca. But we don't have to talk about Rebecca. We could talk about all sorts of other things. Remember that fight scene with Rebecca? It was pretty cool.
Okay, I forgot to mention during the Cyberpunk section earlier.
Yeah.
It was really disappointing to see Adam Smasher in the video game after seeing him in the anime.
Well, okay, so
That makes sense.
Let me explain, Bob. You caught him at a bad time. In the anime, he was doing his gains. He's cutting now. He's been cutting back on carbs and stuff. He's trying to get photo ready for his sick abs to really pop.
He was in his smaller frame. One of my favorite things, and I think the most recent Cyberpunk like splat book, is them being like, yeah, when Adam Smasher has to be a human being, his body is Elvis with blonde hair.
That's fun.
So specific. Anyway, that's it for the news. Bob and I will be playing some games tomorrow, such as Turnip Mountain, Agent 64, which is that 007 GoldenEye for N64 like game. Dusk Fade, which is that Kingdom Hearts-like game, and the 8-bit AVGN game with FMVs in it. Chris, what do you got coming up?
I'm gonna finish Super Paper Mario on Saturday, and there might be another stream before the next big thing to mention. In addition to that,
Aggro, what are you up to?
I have collected several canisters of regular household chemicals in an attempt to find something that will deactivate charcoal.
Do you have too much activated charcoal hanging around?
Not currently, but I feel like it's a blind spot.
You
I've
think
never heard anybody raise this concern before, and it's one of those things, like, it's a problem you want to solve before it becomes a problem, right?
So let me get this straight, Batman. You're saying we can't let activated charcoal on the Justice League because you haven't come up with a way to battle him?
If there is even a 1% chance activated charcoal destroys human society, we have to take it as an absolute certainty.
That's going to do it for Big Thing. Good night.
Thank you very much for listening to this episode of Big Thing to Mention. Big Thing to Mention is a show. You watch it. We
You
put
sure
it up
about
there
that?
for you to watch. You could listen to it. You could do both. You could ignore it. But, you know, you can support us. Patreon.com/GB podcast.